Utopia Project.
Hello and welcome to the Utopia Project. It's a fun little place where we talk with people and say, what is your beautiful little planet that you cook up in your head and how would you run it? I'm Chunky T and I'm joined each and every week by Joke Magic!
Hello.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
I'm alright, mate. I had loads of words come out then.
Yeah, I was about to take a piss out of you, and then you went, hello, and I was about to say, not bad. And then I realised you didn't say that.
No.
Yeah.
You could have still took the piss out of me because you didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, I'll take a piss out of you then.
You made a mistake in your head.
Yeah. Do you remember that time you said you're just going to start practising the intros? And then a minute ago you just went, beautiful.
Yeah, I just do what I want.
I was like, he's making it up. He's making it up.
Yeah, I do sometimes press them. Sometimes I just see what words come out. I take Sharpie's approach. I just keep talking until I'm finished. But
don't blame you.
Speaking of, I'm also joined each and every week by the permanent Sharpie. Hello, mate.
Hey, how you getting on?
All right, mate.
You good?
Are you feeling good?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Not sure.
That's what you keep telling yourself?
Not sure is the answer.
Okay, mate.
I'm here and we're going to record it.
Lovely.
That's what we're going to do.
I'm working tirelessly behind the scenes as always. It's producer Vorney. Hello, mate.
The phone's upside down.
Oh no!
What the hell?
What
Crazy, man.
Put your hands in the air like dangling from the roof.
Oh, we're doing this live. If you're listening to the audio, I'm upside down.
I can't see the screen.
Whoa. It's okay. We're just waiting. Oh, he's doing it. But I am doing good, thanks. I'll just run the show.
What adhesive have you used?
Flip vertical. No. That was the wrong
Sharpie,
one.
how are you anyway? You're alright, mate.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
I'll short you upside down a bit.
Yeah, just told me. Hey, bloody secret, let Spider-Man in the house.
Have you had a good week at work?
My week at work has been rather existent.
Yeah.
It was there, and it was some good times, man. And I'm like, I'm getting that now. And then there's some other bits, and I'm like, no, you're not. And I'm like, oh, all right then. Difficult, man. I'm trying to do all the secretary things, and all of the secretary things is loads of them. And I'm like, I'm just gonna laugh and swear and get told not to swear.
You could do, mate, but yeah, now I'm the right way.
We can stop floundering now because
I'm alright, mate. Yeah, thank you very much.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm all good.
What I'm loving is you turned up today to the recording in some sexy pink shorts.
Yeah.
I'm loving. People can't see it, but the angle we have from the desk.
Well, you can actually see it.
Big Jim and the twins.
Big Jim and the twins are about.
To be fair,
it's the hairy thighs that do it for me.
Yeah.
To be fair, they are thingy shorts, like what are they called, with the netting in them.
Got everything all
if
it's all tucked in.
The first thing I'll do is cut that fucking netting out.
What the fuck does that netting do?
Nothing.
Keeps everything in.
Keeps them there for but it drains water because they're swim shorts.
Is it in case your balls turn into liquid and then it keeps them in? Because otherwise,
maybe.
what else are you trying to sieve out of their pubes? Like,
Everything just feels like oranges, doesn't it?
If they turned into liquid, I think they'd seep out, wouldn't they?
Yeah. It
they
stops
would, wouldn't they?
exposure.
Yeah. It's if they fall out.
Yeah.
Exposure. Like, what? Like, the only thing I can think is if your balls fall off and it just catch them in the net.
No. So it stops them. So, as is the case with Vorney, they're quite short shorts. If he is a big man,
well endowed,
and he sits how he sits now, the little fucking purple-headed snake who can be having a little look out.
That's why they call him Horsecock Vorney.
Yeah.
Oh, see.
Sugar. Here comes old Sea Biscuit Vaughan.
Sea biscuit, fucking hell.
Knocking about with his 3 legs.
No, it's incredibly average.
Well done, mate.
Incredibly so.
Oh, to be fair, I've been wondering for a while when your adult penis comes in, because I'm still waiting on mine.
Did your baby one fall off first and then like...
Yeah, no, I'm waiting for it to fall off.
Gets caught in the net, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm still stuck with my baby dick.
You know, if you put it under your pillow...
no. Oh, you get a quid for it?
Yeah,
sound.
For your little baby dick.
Yeah.
I'd get about 2p for mine, I think.
Yeah?
Or is it doing it on like weight or something? Like, he looks at it and goes,
Maybe.
absolutely.
The old cock fairy comes and goes...
How does the two fairy work it out? That's a good point, actually.
It doesn't exist, Dave. That's the big part of it. Isn't it?
Work it out. Brings the scales, man. She has a little diamond tester for teeth.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
What have you been cutting these teeth with? It's fucking watered down. I ain't giving you shit this week.
Our sister famously discovered where our stepmom hid, like, kept the teeth after the tooth fairy had been.
All right.
And then kept going, Mum, have our tooth come out? And kept cashing it in until our stepmom was like, she's lost a lot of fucking teeth. She was about 20 quid down.
Yeah.
Like, go, I've got no teeth now. She kept
That's clever, that.
recycling the teeth.
She's like, I figured this shit out. Getting some more quids.
Clever girl.
Kept all the teeth. That's strange, I think.
Yeah, it's weird keeping teeth in it, Sharpie.
Yeah.
Yeah, teeth, plural.
Oh, but one massive tooth is fine.
One normal size massive tooth
For anybody-
held by Han Solo in a Lego Imperial shuttle. That's fine.
For anybody that's new
right,
to the podcast, Sharpie keeps his old mouldy tooth like in pride of
Not mouldy, it's pristine.
No, hang on. Just pull back a little bit. So to put your idea into action, obviously one big one held by Han Solo in a what?
In a Lego's Imperial shuttle.
In a Lego Imperial shuttle, that's fine.
Yeah.
But having a lot of them isn't fine.
That's exactly what I said.
So as an example, we like to put things in other situations, don't we? Like, I don't know, if, let's say, Hitler just had one Jew held by Han Solo in an Imperial shuttle, that would have been okay, would it?
Yeah, it would have, but that's ridiculous, isn't it?
I'm strangely on Sharpie's side. The genocide of
Apples and oranges.
Do you reckon Hitler ever played with Lego? That's a weird thought, isn't it?
about them?
I hate Jews. The car, though.
I heard that they had like a mock-up Lego battlefield, and he had like little Jew figures, little Nazi figures.
Oh, the Allied forces are going to come across this way.
Yeah.
I'm the leader of Germany. I will have 3 fucking Death Stars.
Fucking hell, someone's put Harry Potter in here. I don't want him.
Yeah.
Kill that man.
Old Kirk Christensen, Vaughan's brought up on the thing. He's the founder of the Lego Group.
I think you find this Olay.
Olé! Lego was in 1932. Yeah, so mid-war then.
Yeah. So could well.
What was happening? He's like, oh, fuck that, mate. I got my Lego.
Yeah, he's like, I got building blocks.
My wooden
He made
Lego.
the first tank, and it was crap.
As soon as it's a bomb, it'll drop to bits.
What a weird thing to invent.
Yeah.
Sick,
What, a tank or Lego?
Lego.
Lego's great. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I was just thinking about Lego.
Yeah,
I just
build it
kind
up.
of went off and started thinking about
You
Lego.
got loads to build still, haven't you?
Yeah. What was we talking about? Teeth.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying about the whole weird to keep the teeth.
Like,
we
I get-
have a box of stuff that's fallen out of our children. I
get
got a
like-
lock of hair, a
Oh, yeah?
box of teeth, and their umbilical cord, which is literally just a bit of shriveled up flesh. I said to the missus, I was like, you don't need to keep that. We don't need to. For a while, it was on a mantelpiece, and it's like this little fucking plastic clip with a bit of dying flesh in it, and she's like, on the mantelpiece, that. I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. And I made it. Do you know what I mean?
All umbilical cords, I'm pretty much sure they look the same. So just have a look at a picture of one and be like, that was on you at one point.
Yeah, but I can't understand the sentimental value of it.
Just put a clip on a sausage and leave it on the side.
That's one thing that they don't really tell you about when you have kids. That, like, everybody knows about cutting the cord, but they don't tell you that for months, well, not months, a couple of weeks afterwards, they just have a bit hanging off the belly button with a peg on it.
Oh, is it what?
Until it dies and falls off.
Oh god, no! I've always been worried about that. Like, I'm not sure if I want kids or not, anyway. But like with the idea of cutting umbilical cord, I have a fear that like it'll be just different for me. I'll cut it, and then loads of blood will come out. They'll be screaming, they'll die, and I'm like, I did that.
Yeah, it feels like cutting chicken. You took scissors to like a chicken breast.
Yeah.
Don't some mothers eat them?
Yeah, I wanted to eat our placenta, but we weren't allowed. I wanted to give it a try.
This is
Placenta.
Yeah, it's
right,
the placenta
that's it.
that's
Yeah.
got everything. It's the sack that the baby comes in. And
Is it like nutrient or something?
yeah, it's
I
really good
find
for you.
it's ridiculous, right? Only because, right, with everything, like a healthy diet or not healthy diet, it's consistency in it. It's continually getting those vitamins and minerals in your body till it changes your physique or makes you feel better or anything like that. So one meal, which is an umbilical cord, which I wouldn't want to eat anyway, like, surely if you eat a diet of fast food all the week and you have one umbilical cord...
I mean, it's the placenta.
That one,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I get what you're saying. I just wanted to do it because I was like, that'll be interesting. What you can do is pay for a service that's like an ice cream van, essentially, that waits outside maternity. And as soon as it's out, you rush down, you go, hey up, dude, there's my placenta. And he fucking whacks up a smoothie for you. And a placenta smoothie with a load of berries in it.
That's a bit.
And you go, oh, lovely.
That's not real.
And I was
Who
like,
was the
and
first
I'm
person
the
to-
fussiest eater ever. I'm like finicky as fuck. But with that, I'll be like, oh, I'm having that. Just to say I've done it.
That you made that up.
No,
I've not made that up. That ain't true.
no, I think it's because
God.
you're tight. It's not the real reason.
Yeah, I'm like,
You go, no,
waste
I
not one night.
I ain't wasting nothing.
Yeah, but when Elsie was born, they had the I remember the midwife picked up the placenta and it was on like a wheelie tray table thing, and she held it up and it was fucking massive.
Yeah.
And she went, "Look at the size of that!" And that, like, she called in her midwife mates to be like, "Are you seeing this placenta? It's fucking huge. Look at the size of this." And they're like, "Yeah, my baby's been eating on it."
Oh man.
I would have done it the same way I wanted to get in because we originally had planned for a water birth for Rudy, which never happened. And the midwives were saying, because we went to classes and stuff, that you can go in the birthing pool, and there's like, we've never ever had a dad get in. There's always the option of the dad can get in the pool and help.
And they've never had.
And I was
anyone.
like, I wanted to borrow our mate Pete's like
Scuba Steve.
Rubber ducky shorts.
rubber ducky swim shorts and be like, I'm getting in.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered about that.
I'm surprised
like,
not a single man's ever done that.
In Lincoln, maybe he's changed now. I mean, Rudy's 5'4" now. But like when Elsie was born, they said they always go, "Do you want to get in?" And I was like, "Oh, fucking no." But then again, like, I'm a little bit different to the average Joe because I was happy being down the goal end. I was better down the goal end and actually delivering the child.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Whereas most dads are like, I don't want to see fucking Disneyland get smashed up. You know what I mean?
He's better than an average Joe as
Disneyland
well.
gets smashed up.
That's
Wow.
a common. Like, oh, that's my fucking player. I don't want to see fucking make a mess of that.
I've never heard that term. I don't want to see Disneyland get mashed up. Is insane.
Yeah.
Look at that, it's mash up.
I get what they're saying, but it goes back. It's mad. I mean, not fully back, but like enough. You still get purchase on it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
like, it's not just a chasm. Like,
A bloody chasm.
it's not a fleshy chasm.
Speaking of things you can't say, right?
Quickly taking a left.
To swing that a little bit. Has anyone seen Big Brother?
Not recently.
I know where
Celebrity
you're
Big
going
Brother's
with this.
just started.
Yeah,
I remember,
yeah.
Oh,
Mickey Rourke is in there.
He
What
is.
did he say? I saw
what is he
comments, but I
from?
didn't know if it was out of proportion.
Mickey Rourke will not be in there for long.
is he the one who looks
He
like?
won't, he
looks
won't.
like.
He was
big-
at Sin City.
He was
He's
in
like-
I'm on 2. He was.
Yeah.
Fetch me my bird.
Yeah, fetch me. I want my boat.
Yeah.
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 What's he saying?
For
What's it?
starters, and like Amy watched the opener and she went, "Yeah, he was a creepy bastard.
Is he?
Yeah, real creepy.
Oh, he always looked well cool though, didn't he, Mickey Rourke?
Yeah,
Right.
he looks cool. He's dirty rotten weirdo, mate.
Oh,
I'm not
They're on
surprised
weirdo.
by that.
They went to go in and he still stood outside and there's AJ Adudu and Will Best, didn't they? Yeah,
What song did you just sing?
AJ Adudu
Right.
and Will Best. So, and they're like, obviously AJ is there like, "Oh, you can go in now. We've done the interview bit. You can go into the house." And he's like, "No, I don't want to go in the house. I want to stay here with you."
what?
And she's a woman that's presenting it with
Yeah.
Will Best, and obviously he's being all creepy. And he's like, "No, I want to stay with you."
Oh, was he?
Live telly.
Oh.
And she was like,
Oh, mate, you got to do it
Fuck off.
slyly. You just got, like, if you could go one way or the other, you go, "Look, I want to fuck you. I'm
Yeah.
going to fuck you." Or you just kind of,
"Yeah."
but
then
just
he-
a quick old look at the tits and off you go.
So he goes into the house. Have you seen a bit of it, Ronnie?
I've only seen what him and like bits and bobs again.
Between him
I
and
only scroll
Jojo.
on X
Yeah.
and I see him and Jojo Siwa talking, and the comments were all I took from it was it's just two generations clashing. Like I think
Yeah.
he's a bit of an older generation lad having a bit of banter, which now you can't really do because
Yeah.
of. And Jojo Siwa's very young, very progressive, so she's got a lot of counterpoints. I just think
Yeah.
it's a clash of generations. I don't.
Yeah.
He is a bit creepy, but I think maybe I don't know the lad.
The trouble
Yeah, yeah.
is, someone of his, how old is he?
He is quite
must be
old.
50, 60, is he?
Yeah, yeah.
But I find with that, there's a cut off between being like a kind of a good-looking kind of.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's
Changes
now.
quick, doesn't it?
From being a like, hey, I'm just a flirty kind of.
There is
fuck
a
about
fox,
guy.
there is, yeah.
And to, oh no, he's the weird uncle that wants all the little girls to sit on his
You
knee.
are completely correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, he's made loads of homophobic comments to that JoJo because she's lesbian.
Yeah.
And
Where he say like, what will it take to get you back on solids? Gal?
no, he said basically because he said oh, maybe something along the lines of I made me in a beer for like 4 days or something, or at least 4 days. He said I can't stay any longer because it's something along the lines of I can't stay any longer because if I stay any longer she'll be straight.
Yeah, just.
And it was just like fucking chill
you
your
can't
beans,
rate
man.
the straight into someone.
But then,
can
and she
You
was
just read the room.
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
like she was basically saying, like, I'm in a very long-term, very happy, committed relationship. I'm all right, cheers.
You've not had a bit of Mickey Rourke, have you?
But then he started trying to like double down and make it funny, and he started because he was trying to find
He looks like a nan. He looks like the Aerosmith guitarist bloke. You know, it's just like you've gone a bit funny. You.
yeah. And then he went outside because he went outside for a fag, and then he didn't actually have a fag. But he then started making remarks like...
It's ironic for a homophobe.
Exactly. But I think he was trying to be a dickhead because he then started saying, oh, I need a fag. Has someone got a fag? And all this kind of stuff. But he was being a dickhead.
He's American and they don't call them fags.
No, that's what I thought.
They do, but not.
I was like, you're being a cunt now.
I didn't think of that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and matey, I can't remember what his name is. He was like, Mickey, you can't say that, man. And like he walked off, and then this other lad and Jack Shepherd offered Corrie. Like Jack Shepherd put it best because he sat there and just went as he walked off. And he was just like fucking hell. I think I do agree. I think there is a very big generational divide, but
There is a line. There is a line.
Yeah, I think he just is straight up refusing to do anything that he's not trying to learn. He's not trying to go. Oh, sorry. Like obviously, I'm from a different time, so it's all a bit different.
Some people are just not self-aware.
He's just like, no.
There's no courtesy.
That's how it was when I was a kid, so that's how I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
There's no give at all.
No.
Like,
Yeah, you need to be able to.
Like, we've got people in.
Just respect people, don't you?
yeah.
Jojo said something really good. It's like,
She did
it's
real
all,
fucking well,
She said
yeah.
it's all about. He goes, oh, he was like, was that? He said something completely outrageous, and he was like, was that something I shouldn't have said? And she's like, well, it's all about. It's a joke, but like it's all about intention and
Context.
context. And she was like, for Jojo. For me, I only remember her from like 3 years ago when she just came on the scene and she was very big and loud. So I don't know.
I don't think I
so
know
to see it like that was.
I've never heard of
I
her
don't
before.
really get what she does.
I don't. Jojo was like this. I don't know. She came out of nowhere. She's a big kind of character that did a song. She was an old.
So it's an artist then. Like
She's an artist.
Musician or
And
whatever.
I was just a bit like, oh, whatever. And
TikTok
then
sensation.
seeing her on this, I was like, oh, she's actually got a head on her shoulders.
When it's underlying as well with the fact of, like you said about intentions, like if you're having a joke with someone and you know them well enough to be able to have that sort of joke, then fair enough. But if
it's someone
when
new,
it's constantly like saying all the fag, that stuff, and you're like, you can see the agenda here is I'm trying to
be a dick.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to be offensive to you for the sake of being on telly and to, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then when someone goes, you shouldn't be saying that. You shouldn't be like, oh no, I'm just saying about a fag.
Oh, just say it out.
You're not. You're being a dickhead.
That's
Yeah,
like
it's
when
obvious,
we've all met this person who they'll say the N word and be like, oh, it's not with a hard R, it's GA at the end. So it's like you're my friend. Like no, don't count.
Stop trying to be different, man. Like
stop
just
trying to
trying to
make it
be
a
like,
thing.
look at me. You know what I mean?
It's like a shock and awe.
very schoolboy sort
Yeah.
of mentality in it. Like, but
Yeah.
Like you say about him being like a bit of a fucking like there being a line and stuff. We know we have members of our family that are our older generation that maybe aren't as politically correct as you should be, but they don't ever want to intentionally hurt someone. So if someone's in the room and they make a mistake, they go, oh well, I'm not kind of trying to get used to this. Don't get it. Whatever. They're very like if someone's upset, they'll go, okay. They don't go, oh, I only called them that.
Yeah.
They're like, well, yeah, exactly. That's why they're upset.
I remember a party, someone took the piss out of Leanne, and I got real angry because it was like she was calling her big, and he didn't know me or Leanne, and he was a bit drunk, and it was like a family do kind of thing. He's oh, you couldn't do that because you're a bit on the big side, something like that, and I thrashed him. I said, clearly you're just a knobhead then, mate, aren't you? And he just went, hang on, I'm only having a joke. When you don't know us, mate. So, and Leanne was all right. knife down kind of thing. But he apologised afterwards, and I
Yeah.
was like, fair enough.
Sometimes
That's
it
all
takes
good.
that, doesn't it?
But like, you don't know us, so don't start making jokes like that. Like, so.
People like that are clicked on to, oh right, I've offended someone, and then they can take it in stride, which is hard to do. I think we're to go, oh sorry, I didn't mean to do that in that position.
You're hurting their ego then. They got to,
But then you have the people that will double down on it and be like, no, fuck off, mate, fuck. You know what I mean?
He was a bit that way, yeah.
Oh, was he? Oh, I thought.
But until the end, until he did apologise to me, I was like, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I remember that. I just don't. Yeah, if you're just gonna just say something, you think you're just gonna stand there, especially when it's your missus, you will get.
Yeah.
I can imagine you getting a bit riled up about that.
Yeah,
if someone, I would. Yeah.
But then again, I also get told off for being, I don't need protecting, so I can't win either way.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
So it's literally, why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you say anything to them when they were saying that about me? It's like, well, you know, you can fight your own battles. Well, yeah, but it's just nice to know you got my back.
Yeah.
And if I kick off, right, I can fight my battles, all right? So I can't win.
It's
So
like
I'll just play the game. And just
I remember
have a
that
go.
Anthony Mackie joke. I remember that
I
Anthony
just
Mackie.
punch her instead.
Yeah, it's a circus game, man. It's rigged.
I remember that Anthony Mackie moment where he goes, "Okay, if that's the case, so you can fight your own battles, make me a sandwich."
Yeah.
And it's like, wait. He goes, "Yeah, but that's the gender roles, isn't it? If we're playing this game,
Yeah.
where you want me to fight for you, then you make me a sandwich." Like, hang on, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't win.
Exactly.
Can't win,
So
mate.
what are we
You cannot
doing?
win.
What are we playing?
Yeah.
Speaking of strange things,
Yeah.
I experienced a strange thing on Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
Not only did we don't really need to talk about it too much, but I got very fucking drunk on Saturday.
Did ya?
Come round your house, fucked this place up, and left.
Do we not need to talk about it too much? I think we should
we
talk
can talk
about
about
it.
that, but before we get to that, speaking of strange things, we went for our works sort of Christmas do.
Yeah.
We go halfway through the year, but we went to Golf Fang, Urban Golf, which is pretty cool. We probably should have a little day out there. It's quite fun. I walked in and I was like, oh, this place is a bit fucking mental. UV lights, a bit fucking edgy. I was like, oh no, this is a bit unsettling because there's a bloke over there like dressed as a mascot. He's like as a wolf. There's obviously like Wolf Fang and this, that, and the other. And I was like, oh fucking hell, there's another one. And I was a bit like, oh, that's a bit weird. We booked in, went to the bar, and then quickly realised we was in the middle of a furry convention.
Oh, was you really?
Yeah, I was just
Mate,
like,
that was
oh god, I'm gonna get fucked by people in like furry little, and a lot of them had tails that went behind their trousers, and I'm like, where is that? Where's that going? That ain't a clip-on.
I think that might be plugged in.
Yeah.
You play roulette, you pull a load of them.
Did I fuck? I went
Get blowbacks off it.
Someone's birthday. Chocolate cake.
Wow. I thought you play him like an organ. Huh?
Is it a boy or a girl? Brown.
Oh, Lordy.
You can do it, Bruce.
Oh, that got me. That got me real good.
But yeah, it was a very strange time.
Did you get involved in that?
No, I did not want to, and a lot of them were coming
Did
up
it
to
freak
me.
you
and
out a bit?
Yeah, I can't see anything of their faces. And they're
that
all
is an
fucking,
aspect, yeah.
and I don't like that.
They're all fucking.
They are. That's why else would you do
Why would
that?
you go to golf if you're not
Like,
going to fuck?
I'm a liberal man, but don't come near me with that.
I just think it'd be dead art in those like costumes,
Yeah.
like dead art, and you're already golfing and stuff. Like, woof.
How was the golf for them?
They weren't golfing. They were in like
No,
the
fucking.
Weird
Yeah,
places
they were
to go.
shagging. They were just like, what?
Yeah. So 9 holes, there's only one hole where I come from, mate. But
Well, the bobble's taken up.
We're like, right, we're going to go have a meeting. Where's the best place to have a meeting? I don't know, like a meeting.
Crazy golf.
Meeting area. Yeah, golf course. Yeah, small.
They had a room that was sectioned off. It was like the pursuit of furriness or something, club meeting or something like that.
I want to be
And it
involved
had
so
like
much.
the porn star, like the pawn shop beads across the thing, and a red light, and I'm just like, they're all fingering each other with them horrible gloves. It's gonna be manky poo and vag juice all over them.
They might not
It's
do
gonna
it
be
there.
matted to fuck. I think that's what unsettles me. The fact that like all the fur will get matted because there'll be oils and juices and Like, how do you keep that clean?
They're not doing it in there, though, in that room.
Oh, I think they were.
It will be an after thing, right? They don't do it there, surely.
I don't know.
Surely they just go there to mingle, meet each other, and they go, do you want to go back and...
Mingle and fingle.
Mingle and fingle.
Yeah. I think I can just smell like stale sweat and Monster Energy drink.
And you know, in fact, like you know that's their like one monthly outing. The rest of that, they're just watching weird Twitch streams or doing their own weird. Yeah, and furry fucking each other.
It's I love all that. I'd go like Louis Theroux style documentary. Yeah, I would. I'd go in there.
If I was going into it like with the mindset of a journalist, not on a Saturday afternoon. No, I just want to play some serious golf.
Get drunk enough. Do you know what I mean? You'll be all right.
Like it took me by surprise, and I did not like it. And
what would your animal look like if you were going to have a costume?
A fucking fat, horrible pig. That's
right then.
When are you going to take your costume off?
I'll set him up. You're not going to.
That's why I play golf.
That's bowling.
What about you?
What my costume be like? What's the options? Like fox or it's just a fox?
They were all like fox, wolf, dog kind of.
Yeah, they never had any cats, do they?
There was,
I don't have any cats.
I don't know, maybe. I didn't see any. But they didn't have the full outfit on. Most of them. They just had a tail, a head, and like gloves, and that was it. So I mean, it just unsettles me. So they weren't like full.
Oh, they weren't full then, this.
They just had tails hanging out of the bobholes, and that was it.
I think my costume would be a famously unfuckable tortoise.
To be fair,
there's a picture of you dressed up as that.
Sure. Oh yes, I just spotted that.
Bright pink square.
We'll come back.
Thing is, I hate anime and that, so I don't like all the anime eyes, but I would have the eyes of. You remember when I did the cinema box head? And then you have that normal eyes like that.
Yeah,
that's how I'd have it.
I can see you kind of look a bit like Brock from Pokemon, actually, don't you?
Ooh, a little bit.
Letterbox eyes. I can see you liar.
It just kind of unsettled me, and I didn't enjoy it. But do you want to talk about Saturday or?
No, to be fair, I mean, I just remember you coming around. And saying, look, he was like, look, we're going to come round. And then we was like, that's fine, but like, just do what you like, but just so you're not unawares, we are just chilling around a fire, max and relaxing, having some chills.
I didn't believe it.
And then him and Courtney turned up, and it went to shit.
Courtney just was like, I'm going to kill someone today, but in a nice way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hang on a minute. She was just like, what? I'm like, get out of my face. She's like, drink that fucking drink now. I'm like, well, sit the fuck down, you knobhead.
She was real aggressive, wasn't she, bless her?
She was getting frustrated with herself, I think.
And then she started, or stopped being able to talk.
No, she'd start the sentence, wouldn't it, and be like, and you're like, I don't know.
That is the best kind of drunk,
Yeah.
though. That is the best kind.
Yeah.
And then she emptied her whole bag upside down. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. But yeah, other than that was it.
27 minutes in.
Yeah.
Have we got a sponsor?
Yes. We have got a sponsor.
Yeah.
This week, the Utopia Project is brought to you by, you're about to find out, emotions in a can that fucks off in a bin or something.
Cool. Okay, the Utopia Project this week is sponsored by Emotions in a Can that fucks off in a bin or something. I was trying to come up with a clever name. I mean, I was trying to find. They were trying to tell me the name of it, and it wasn't quite computing. So I just thought I'd say it how it is. Like, you just put your emotions in a can and fuck it off in a bin or something where you can't see them. Because I've had a stressful week, all right, and I felt like I could do with a bit of that. And basically, the technology behind it is. You put it in a bin, in a can. You can, like, if you like done bulimia and that, you can throw it up in the can. I think some of the emotions come there. It must do because they're inside, and I feel I'm bubbling up, so I feel like they've got to come out some way. There's got to be a way to fucking get it out of my body and let it vacate my existence because I can't fucking deal with it anymore. I just can't do this emotion shit, and I like all the fucking happy shit, but if that means I can't fucking deal with sad shit as well, just fuck it all off, put it in the bin or something. Get it in the fucking bin, and where I don't want to see it anymore, you get it in an array of different cans. You get it in a blue can, a red can, and a can that says, "Oh, please God, fucking get rid of these emotions. I can't deal with it. I'm going to kill myself." But anyway, like there's many different colours and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, basically, it's going to be good for you because when you're really sad, you can just put it all in a can and go in the bin or something. Just put on the street, wherever it is, and not in you anymore. So then it just makes for a nice sort of mellow, monotone person. So we're not dealing with all these fucking crazy emotions. Can't deal with that anymore. Please save me. Anyway, so yeah, if you go to emotions in a can and put it in the bin or whatever, right, or something, just stick it in a can and fuck it off, because please God, I can't do it. It's cheaper than therapy. Put it off. I think you just get a can and then figure it out from there. I'll guarantee you, if you get a can, open it and then drink whatever drink you want, that might make you feel better as well, and then just throw it all up into the can and then just fuck the can away. Then don't fuck the, well, do what you want, I don't care, to be honest with you, just buy it. But yeah, that one, buy it, get it now, and get a discount code at whatever shop you want to get a can from. You just rob it, to be fair, and then it'll be free for you, and then, you know, come talk to me after. Anyway, thanks.
Thank you, mate.
We've got a stressful week this week, Sharpie.
Just make a note. Actually, producer Bonnie, can you make a note? We need to have a sit-down chat with Sharpie after the show. Make sure it's okay.
The word intervention comes to mind.
The fact that sponsor
I can answer
had
your
several
question.
occasions where you said, "Please help me, God," right?
Yeah, but in a funny way, isn't it?
And also said, "I want to kill myself."
Yeah, but you know, it's a sponsor's made up, isn't it? Like, oh, you're gonna do.
Don't take anything from real life.
No. Now, to be fair, when I was writing a sponsor, I thought, what am I going to do this week? And I was like, I've got to let it out. I've got to let it out. And then I wrote it down. Then I was hoping we did 27 minutes and you would come with the sponsor, so I don't have to pull that out. But then you did, and then I was like, no, there you go. That's happening now. Anyway, buy that now.
No, you've done it, mate. It's fine.
Did I?
It's fine.
You want another one?
Fine. No,
it's okay.
Really, man, I'm not thirsty anymore.
Jack wanted to talk about some stuff.
Yeah, no, it's okay. You can carry on. It's okay.
Yeah.
One thing, I'll just keep it swift. I'll not do what I was going to do, but I'll keep it swift. There's some bits in my show aid. So we're talking before the show of
Rock on, man.
Yeah.
Who do you want first?
We'll go me first, but not this second.
Okay.
Speaking before the show about AI stuff and things, won't we? And how like weirdly accurate it is or inaccurate it is and things like that. And this week, so I've not done all three. I haven't got round to you yet, Sharpie, but I will do you.
You can take that personally now.
No, everyone's been on the case with doing them action figure AI images.
Oh, I like the look of them.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to put my data in the machine.
Well, too late. It's in there.
Oh no!
Well, I have to say, classically, me and computers don't go well. So I had to get Amy to do it for me. We did meet, and I came up, and it was sort of relatively close.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pyro and an alien.
It's a vape, and she was like, I don't know why it's put these little green things in with you. And then she realised afterwards that was because she asked for Green Monster.
Oh, is that pyro as well?
That's pyro.
Podcast
vape. And a laptop, which I famously don't get on with.
Laptop that you've had for 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, I'm a laptop guy. The only thing I'm good at is carrying it about. I'm well good at that.
You got 2 vapes.
And opening it up and going.
Yeah, you got 2 vapes in
2
there.
2 vapes, yeah.
So you've said that you've done me, haven't you? Right.
Yes.
And I bet this has done me real dirty.
Well, you say that. You say about AI knowing things. It knew you were fat.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, I am called Chunk.
Yeah.
Is that good?
It's really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yours is arguably closer than anybody.
I quite like that. He's got a better beard than me.
Yeah.
It's a tattoo gun. I thought it was an actual gun.
Yeah, tattoo gun, slice of pizza. I think that's a vape as well.
3 tattoo guns and a vape. Why have I got a vape? I
think it's a vape or is it? I don't know. It's AI. It's whatever it's made. And
it's kind of cheeky deodorant because you stink.
Yeah, cheeky little kind of Red Bull there.
Got my Vans on. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I do quite like that.
Oh, that's great. I wish I had one. I thought about it the other day. Actually, I was like, they look really cool, and I was like, I don't know how to make them.
I'll be honest. It's really fucking hard.
Is it really?
Yeah. Well, it's not really hard. You just have to put a big long fucking spiel and proper describe yourself. And I have a brain and can't really think of anything.
You can input a picture, though, I think.
Yeah. So Amy just sorted them out for me, and then I forgot to push for any more. I think we ran out of time.
Relatively alright, but you look quite generic in it.
Yeah.
But then again, you are kind of famously
quite generic.
Yeah.
Generic unbranded clothes and stuff like that.
You got a nose ring.
I did do. I've got a septum one on that thing on the picture.
I think they're really cool.
For those that are listening, jump over to the video and have a look. We've made some.
But it's quite yours. I think, like I say, yours is pretty close, isn't it?
I don't have my nose ring anymore.
No.
It's really cool.
There you go.
I enjoy that.
Bit of something in it.
Yeah. It's sharp as any good.
I don't know. I haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, I did do it, but
It's fine.
I did do it, but I thought he's shit and I hate him, so I'm not bringing it.
What I'm annoyed about is you.
I don't blame you. To be honest. We have a mutual understanding about that.
If when you make one, can you make one of Sharpie that's super skinny?
I'll tell you what.
Not muscly at all.
It looks just like you, Sharpie.
No, because I think he will kill himself.
I'll tell you what. I've got it on my phone in the break. We'll.
Do you want to do the third one?
I got a quote.
I nearly
that
messaged
could
you
do.
to say, can you sort it for me? But just because I didn't get the spiel and
Jim did one for us, and
I can't think of
quite
things.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fancy. Right, should we have a little
Cool.
break
Yeah.
and then get our guest on?
Cool.
Yeah. And we'll build a utopian planet. See you in a minute.
Guess his foot.
Utopia Project.
Now then, everybody, hope you're enjoying this week's show. We just wanted to take a little bit of a moment to ask you to do us a massive favour. We've noticed on the stats that there's plenty of people watching this show and listening, and you all seem to love it. But one thing you haven't done, if you can take the time just to smash that bloody subscribe button on our YouTube. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers now, so we're really pushing it, and we would love for people to just press that button, help us out. It's free, it costs you absolutely nothing. It'd be really great if you could support the show that way. Another way to do it, if you're a listener or on Spotify, then press the follow button and help us pump them numbers up as well and give us a little review and stuff. It's absolutely amazing that you all watch this show as free best mates that just wanted to have a bit of a chat and all that. The fact that people tune in every week is absolutely phenomenal, and we couldn't be more grateful. But if you could help us just push those numbers, sends it to more and more people around the world, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, enough of me rattling on. Enjoy the rest of the show. Belter!
Utopia Project.
Welcome back. If you are enjoying yourself and you want a little bit more of us, make sure you check out our Patreon and subscribe there for some extra content. You get 48-hour early access, if I can say it right, 48-hour early access to everything we do publicly, and you also get monthly exclusive episodes. There's like 50 odd on there already. It's bloody lovely over there, Jack, isn't it?
It's a bit of all right, that is.
Yeah, you can pay £1, you can pay £3, you can pay £1 million if you want. Subscribe several times just to support the show.
Yeah.
In the break, we did
Sharpie.
include you, mate. Fuck
you
didn't we?
included me because I kicked off about it.
Yeah, and you're mad about it. The outcome, like we anticipated.
Yeah, and it is absolutely.
If you could bring it up, producer Vorney.
The lovely goatee you've got there, isn't
Look
it?
at that.
I detest that.
In fairness, the picture we submitted was you going.
It wasn't quite that, but I looked and I was like, "That's horrible." That.
Yeah. Well, that is you.
And look at that. Look.
There you
I
go.
think
The only thing it's
if you
missing
was
is
to
the
sell
goatee.
those, mate, I think
No one would buy it. It should be legal. Look at it. Disgusting.
You can't even afford a MacBook.
yours is Mattel, mate, as
Yeah,
well. Yours is
Yeah,
proper.
my name's a bit different on there.
yeah. I'm Chunky T, Jack Magic, and you're the Utopia Project.
Oh, yeah. I missed that one
My
out. Yeah.
personality's just moulded straight into that now.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's done now, isn't it?
That's done. We
Yeah.
never have to see
Cool.
that again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still there.
In other news, Error's here.
Hello.
How we
You'll
doing, mate?
get
Yeah,
tick
not
noise
doing
because
too
bad. Tick
I
noise.
didn't
Panic
swipe.
with
I didn't
the
swipe
buttons.
quick enough. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Just a bing.
Not
Yeah.
enough,
Yeah.
is it?
Well, get you one of them. Delayed one of them. There you go. You'll not hear it, but it's there.
Yeah. How we been?
Yeah, been good, mate. What about you guys? You good?
Yeah, we are. Well, we're loving life, really.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
lovely
yeah.
life.
What's been cracking in the world of drum and bass and
Well, just grinding in the studio as usual. To be
Yeah.
fair, I've got a track coming out this month
Yeah.
on a label called Sweet Tooth. I don't know if any of you have heard of it before. Maybe you know the artist Magistrate.
I am.
Rings a bell.
It does ring a bell.
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint it in my head, but it does definitely ring a
It
bell.
was like when I first started. It was something. It was an artist that I brought a lot of music from before I even started making music, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And to be able to now get a release on his label is like a bit of it's just crazy to me. You know what I mean?
Sound.
But, yeah, that's
Surreal.
coming out on the 25th of this month. I
Happy
got
days.
2 tracker, so
Yeah,
nice, man.
yeah, man. So is it a bit surreal, like sort of?
yeah, because like obviously when I started doing this, it was more like for a bit of fun. You know what I mean? Like when you're DJing, it's hard to get out there if you're just DJing. You have to like have your own material to play and everything like that.
Yeah.
So for me to like level it up a bit, I thought I need to get into it, so it like backed me up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What point did it go from, like I said, it was a bit of fun? Was it like a quick transition, or was it a slow transition of like, nah, this is some serious shit now?
I would say probably quite slow, to be fair. I mean, I think it's still definitely in the works at the moment. I wouldn't say like I'm established or anything like that, but I would say I'm more of an up and coming. Now I'm starting to get released on bigger labels. But no, it's just the love of it. Like I get home from work every day. I'm straight in the studio all the time. You know what I mean? I never leave that. Missus gets pissed off at me no end of times, mate. Because I'm like, come in here, come listen to this tune. She's like, just fuck off, kind of, mate.
I'm sick of that.
That's what you want, support, isn't it? Just fuck off, kind of, mate.
No, but bless her. She does give every time I show a tune, she likes it herself. So she'll tell me what she likes, what she doesn't, and it's a nice bit of constructive criticism. You know what I mean? So
may I ask a personal question?
Yeah.
What? It's not
How long's your cock?
It's not personal at all. But what door do you use?
FL.
I use FL Studio.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah, big fan of. That's what I started on FL.
I was going to say the front one.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the front door.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to say, side doors are underrated.
I actually know about that shit. I know about what that means. You guys,
for the uninitiated, let them know. Yeah,
it's desktop audio.
Oh, close. You're close.
Work.
You got the second two, right?
Workforce. I don't know. It's the programs you use to make the music.
Yeah.
So
he does some of that stuff, and we just go, that's fucking naughty, that.
That's a bit of all right.
Mate, you taught me something because I don't even know what it stood for.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'm right.
I think it's digital audio workstation.
Digital audio workstation. Yeah.
You'd have thought I'd have known, but no.
No, you don't need to know that. As long as you're making the music, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Where did it all kind of start then? Like, what got you into drum and bass?
So
drugs?
No.
That's usually that.
Literally, there was a festival called NAS Festival. Mm-hmm. And it had like a lot of skating and stuff like that. And before I got into music, I used to inline skate and that. So I went to that festival thinking I'm just going to go there because it's got like loads of skate parks there. So I thought it's going to have a little skate, have a good time. And after that, I went into one of the warehouses at night, listened to DJ Hazard, mate, and I was like, this shit's crazy. And as soon as I left the festival, mate, I've been listening to it non-stop all the time. And it's just like when you see them on the stage, it's like I want to be that. I want to do that. You know what I mean? Do something like you enjoy, because like I say, most people's jobs, they don't really enjoy it. It's just for money. You know what I mean? But I want to do something that I really love. Yeah. I think I've like definitely found that in drum and bass. So
yeah, we can vibe with that 100%. Like, I think that's a big thing in it. Most people, they go to work and later pay the bills, and they're like, "Oh, what else do you do? Oh, I go out drinking at the weekend." All right, cool. Anything else? Nah. And you're like, "Fuck me, you're dull."
Yeah.
It's good to have the passions like that. It keeps you fucking churning.
Do you have any hobbies? No.
Yeah. Vaughnie, you're a big advocate for that. Like, that's been your story, hasn't it? Like your redemption arc of fucking off the sort of corporate.
God, yeah.
Like,
miserable in office, mate. Miserable. I'm a creative guy. Like, I used to make music back in the day. Dubstep, it was for me. When I first saw dubstep, man, I learned that Benga tune, that night. Do 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 do. I heard that in a club. I'm like,
that's fucking naughty.
That's what I did. That's fucking naughty, mate.
I'm getting that clipped up. For the
that changed me. Like, mate, that changed my whole perspective on music. I was like, hang on, music can sound like this. And I turned to my mate. This was going back 15 years. I was like, what is that? And it's like, oh, it's this new genre called dubstep, and obviously that marries with drum and bass, because it was actually a drum and bass night I went to. Who was it? It was Shy FX. And he started slipping in dubstep in his sets, and it's I like drum and bass, and then that came in. He obviously had that 140 BPM going boom, and it was just like this heavy. But I was like, I've never heard anything like this. What's that? And I just started making tunes, and
it's all loving it. It's like really good, because I feel like they all like fall into the same sort of category: dubstep, bass line, all that. And I think if you like one of them, you're gonna like pretty much most of them. I think dubstep's making a bit of a comeback now as well. Bass line as well.
Yeah, bass line's big.
I feel like drum and bass is the thing that's kind of in at the moment. It's more mainstream. You're hearing it a lot more on like the radio and stuff like that.
Drum and bass is like almost a backbone to like a lot of kind of electronic music. It was always been there in the background for me. Like, obviously I lean more towards the, like, you know, Sub Focus, Like, could you even call pendulum drum and bass really a little bit like that side of things? I was always intrigued then.
Yeah. Pendulum was sick. I literally just seen them. I think it was at Boomtown.
Boomtown.
Oh, Boomtown. I went there.
Yeah, mate,
fucking that was.
Yeah, you've been there a few times.
It was an ordeal, mate.
Every time I go, I'm like, I got to stop doing this to myself. And the next time, I'm like, that was like 5 minutes. That was decent. Let's do it again.
The thing is, most people see Boomtown on the flyer. You see everything to Excess Fest.
Yeah, that's what I get there and I'm like, I've been waiting all year for this. And they're like, oh, what are you having? I'm like, fucking everything I can
All
get
of
down
it.
to. I'm like, oh no, I've done it again. I couldn't just enjoy yourself, could you? You had to take it to that extreme, didn't you? You fucking knobhead.
Yeah, Boomtown though, it feels like a different universe, doesn't it? You have all the actors there and doing it. It's
Different
crazy.
world.
Have you
isn't
been
it?
more than last year?
Well, the year before, so the last 2
Yeah,
years.
yeah. I didn't go the year before, but we went, when was it, 2016?
2019, we went.
We've been twice, haven't we?
2019.
Yeah,
was
so
the last time we
2019.
went.
I didn't go to that one, but I went to the one
You went
previous.
2017.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2016,
2019.
17,
Yeah,
something
you
like that.
Well, them years we went, I was like, it might have been a different place in my head or whatever, but like, I was like, that's pretty cool. And we went last year, and it was good, but I kept thinking, fucking house feels like unsafe. Like I couldn't look around
just
without
you.
being like that. You don't want to be near that.
Yeah.
Like whatever it is, person thing. I was like, right, we'll go over there, and I'm like, wow, that's a bit sketchy. And that man shouldn't be sweating that much, and he's licking things. So I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah.
That was Connor.
Yeah.
I've never been, but heard so many wild things about Boomtown.
It's just so
everybody,
it's such an overwhelming experience. Like it's great, but fucking hell, you need to be prepared for it because it is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you're those big stages, mate, and there's like, you'd probably about 20,000, 30,000 people, mate, just all around and trying to like get through all of them to get to a different
I
stage,
hate
mate.
being
Yeah.
cramped in, man. I
Yeah,
think Boomtown
yeah.
made that worse for me because I was like, I can't deal with this.
See, I love that though. I love intimate, like sweaty little, like old little venues. Like remember Basement?
Yeah.
I used to go to many raves there, and I just loved the like grimy, sweaty feel of it. You know what I mean?
See, I wouldn't mind it if I was on your side, like DJ, and we got a little bit more room. But
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have it cramped in.
That's sick as like
Yeah.
getting that vibe back.
But like when I was at Boomtown, I liked it because it was like, right, I can chill sort of at the back. Nice fucking hot day, wasn't it? Like, and you can have a bit of room to dance where there isn't as many people, and you've still got the noise of the, everything.
Yeah, speakers are so good there as well. Like no matter where you stand, mate, it just seems to hit you right.
I just couldn't get over the size of the stages, man. I was like, they're fucking massive.
You very much like, look at this place. You were like,
I was like, this. I just wanted to go around and look at stuff. That's all I wanted to do.
Like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, like I was happy with the drum and bass, like the few like little smaller stages where me and you went wandering about, and we like found a few little gigs and stuff. And we was like, this is fucking sick. This like little like underground DJing in little rooms and side streets. We played Pop Up Pirate with a guy dressed as a pirate and lost, and then we was like, okay, next one, and just wondering. But like I say, it's like I just like wandering around, just looking at stuff.
Yeah,
like I say, like all the actors, like the little. Was there like when we went? There was a little like was it Whistler's Green or something? There was a little corner
on the
thing.
little bikes.
Yeah,
Where people did all like juggling and shit.
Yeah. And there was like naked meditation and stuff.
Yeah,
and
just weird shit.
Like you said, them weird bikes.
Yeah,
It's just
like,
an area where there's like, look, we've kind of made bikes, but like they're all fucked up and really difficult to ride. Have a go on them.
Yeah.
And we just spent an hour just trying to ride penny farthings and shit.
I'm a big fan of people watching though, so it's a great place to just wander around and just look at people
It's
either
just-
off
it's
the
great.
tits or just enjoying themselves. Like, yeah, I just
Usually
found it
both.
really interesting.
It is good though, but yeah, like I can imagine there's probably like no other feeling. I imagine like DJing to a crowd like that.
Yeah, I mean, like that would be the main goal, mate, to play that big Origin stage to like 20,000 people. That would be like crazy. But imagine the nerves of like stepping up in front of that many people. You'd be like, fucking hell.
Yeah, I imagine when you get to that stage, like you fucking know your shit, but in and out. Like,
Yeah.
I can imagine you still probably get the nerves, but I can imagine at that point you like, I've got this.
Yeah, I think with like most things, to be fair, like even when I like perform now, if I play a set, the first like 5 minutes you're a bit shaky. After that, it's just like it just becomes easy. You know what I mean?
You may as
Get
well
into a
be in
rhythm.
your room.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Do you ever stick religiously to a track list that you've like pre-practiced, or do you ever like I can throw that in there, or you know what I mean, and get a bit sort of on the
a
fly?
mix and match, to be fair. Like I'll have like certain blends that I know will work and that will like do really good in the rave. But then most of it, I'll kind of try and freestyle a bit, because when you throw those blends in, you know, like it's gonna like obviously go off.
Yeah.
But I try to freestyle as much as possible, because like I want to get in more of a habit of like not planning and just kind of going with the vibe. You know what I mean? 'Cause I
Keeping
feel
the
like,
creative juices going in it,
'cause I
rather than
feel-
just being like robotic with it.
when you're like planning too much, I feel like you put too much pressure on yourself to like do stupidly well, but then sometimes you can outdo yourself by just going with the flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I like that.
I think that's been one of the things that's always kind of put me off DJing, because it's like I can look at a mixer and the gear and go, right, I know what they do, but I've had a few attempts at it before of like, my mates have gone, have a go, and I'm like, well, as soon as that clock's ticking, the track's going, I'm like, fuck, what do I do? Got a fucking beat match and and then
I loved it.
I'm the sort of person that would need to write out a set list, and then you kind of lose the fun and joy of
Sort of script.
DJing.
You never know, when you're going to have to throw something in.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, there's a vibe here, and this might work here.
Yeah,
And that's what I found was the most fun in doing that, was like just, I've always liked live aspect of things. I always had an opener, I always know what I was going to open with. Always knew what I was kind of going to finish with, but the in between.
Yeah.
Kind of read the room a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that one.
It's like scratching and crossfade.
No. It's a lever that does this.
Crossfade.
And people go,
Crossfade, yeah.
that one.
Maybe you should get into it as well.
I've done it, mate.
I mean,
done it completely. Can you tell?
You look a professional already, mate.
Exactly.
You got the look.
Yeah,
now.
do a bit of that flicking between
Stuff.
tracks and shit. That's what that is, isn't it?
They just all press play anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
Press play.
Yeah. It's like even at like the big like festivals, a lot of like big headliners, most of their sets are like pre-recorded, not in drum and bass, but like in EDM and stuff like that.
Wow.
I heard that
yeah.
because there was like, I can't remember, it was Deadmau5 or somebody that was like, oh, do you do pre-recorded sets? And he was like, mate, I'd be surprised if any big name doesn't, because you've got so many fucking gigs, like one after the other, like touring and things, and they're like, of course we're doing pre-recorded sets, like you need to be able to do it but then still put the show on.
Interesting. Deadmau5 said this, was it?
I think it was Deadmau5.
Yeah, because I think like a lot of them like to do the all crazy light shows.
Yeah,
and it has to be
it's all
inside.
big,
It has to be
exactly.
Good point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good
So
point.
like they have to pre-record it, so everything matches up, I suppose. If you're doing it freehand, if something's out, it might just not work as well, you know what I mean? But
Do you ever notice that, like if you can see that someone's DJing on the fly, and is it noticeable when the lights aren't quite matching up, or is that something that's more of a subconscious thing?
I think I don't notice it as much. I think because the shows I've gone to, there hasn't been like crazy light shows like that where they match to the music. It's more just they're just kind of like freestyling kind of thing.
Lights going on, and then whatever, you're focusing on that.
It's quite cool seeing when you see like a proper good light tech that just kind of knows music. I've done it before at like the engine shed at different things, like where you watch them and they're almost DJing but with lights.
Yeah.
You're just like fucking boom, well, put that one on, right, bit of strobe, fucking.
Do you know the best at that, weirdly? Death metal bands.
Yeah.
Like Meshuggah and like they have, death metal bands have great light shows, especially during breakdowns. And they've got, I watch a tech on TikTok and he does it, and it's just fascinating to watch. So really surprised that it's like death metal, but I fucking love death metal though. I think it's sick,
And dubstep.
I'm a bit eclectic, a little bit,
like that.
all over the shop.
But I like that with like drum and bass and dubstep and stuff. What got me into that was the fact that it was like an electronic version of the stuff I was listening to.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's got that sort of metal feel and
It's
aggression, innit?
It's like
Yeah.
So that's like the same with
Like-
me. Before I was into that, I was heavy into I like rock music. My favourite band's Slipknot. System of a
There
Down
we
and
go.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I love them, but like I don't know. I think most people that like that type of stuff just like drop straight into drum and bass.
Doesn't it? Well, I tell you what's great though, and I've not really spoke about it too. I might have spoke to you about it, but like when like, you get them rock bangers, it's like, I prefer going to DJ sets rather than gigs, and people are like, oh no, I'm like, yeah, but I've heard that song, which is great, and it's great to see live, but I want to be surprised. I want you to bring me some new shit I ain't heard
good
before.
point. Yeah.
And the creativity that you can get out of electronic music, you don't know what you're going to hear in a live set. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, oh, that's Slipknot song was good. I'm like, I've heard it.
Yeah.
DJs, if I go see Shy FX or, Deadmau5, something like that, I don't want to have heard the way they're remixing those tracks.
Also, mate, you can, I don't know if you're like this, but you can throw something together pretty quick. Like, I mean, it's about the mastering and the mix. Masterers are just insane alchemists to me. I never know how somebody can mix and master a track. I always found that so fucking hard. I can't do it to this day. But some people like Skrillex and everybody like that now, they can just throw some up on their laptop, even on like the way to the gig, like, I've got an idea, and they like throw it up, and then they could just play it out, which I find incredible. Like you said, it's something that they've literally just created on the fly, which bands can't necessarily do.
Yeah, I'm on the fence because I agree with you.
Yeah.
But seeing a live band and seeing them do different stuff, like I'm happy to see a band and then put on a show. I wouldn't want the band to just kind of play their tracks. And there's ways of going into different songs and going, right, well, they've got a little breakdown here and they're going to extend this. And like they do get creative, but you do get some bands that just kind of go through the motions, which for me is a boring gig. I want to see.
To be fair, we had it the opposite when we went to see Chemical Brothers that time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Great fucking duo. Obviously, they got some staple tunes, but it was a bit of a letdown when... Well, to be fair, it was the first time I was seeing it.
Yeah.
In fact, I've seen him again since, but I'm getting carried away here. When you first saw him, you said you'd seen him like 7 years prior, and it was the exact same set, same visuals, same everything.
They're just going through the motions.
And then I'd seen him with you and thought, that's the first time I've seen him. I enjoyed it. But then I saw him years later, and I'm like, it's the same fucking set again. Yeah. And you're like, fucking hell, man.
Yeah, I think it's easy to drop into that, and I like it, like you say, when they're sort of freestyling. Every set is that little bit different. They might have a remix or a bootleg or something new, and you're going to get that sort of mix up, aren't you? But like, if they're just playing their album,
10 years
I think
apart,
on both sides of that coin,
Yeah.
there's people who do that.
Well, to be fair, I've seen Frank Turner 3 times now. I went to see him again the other week. It's the first time I've seen him with a full band. The other 2 were acoustic shows. But like
different vibe.
That was like with the band compared to acoustic was a completely different vibe. But the other 2 acoustic shows were still different to each other, but still very good. Like he did, just because I think maybe just like track order or how he's played it or what is ever so slightly different. But then, like I say, with the band, different, completely different level. Like, but that was really good.
So that's the only I'd say positive to electronic music, where on the, like you say, on the way to the show, you can just whip something up. Like in the week, you maybe have 3 or 4 different tunes you finish, and it's all about testing them in those environments to make sure that they do what you want them to do. You know what I mean? You want the best reaction. So you test them out. If they don't do too well, you get back in the studio. You'd work on it a bit or maybe change it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you work out where to put it?
Yeah.
Do you like master your own stuff and like, or like? Well, I'm gonna just say mastering, because mixing you kind of have to do, right, with EQing and
myself.
that.
Obviously, mastering engineers probably won't want to hear this, but I mix down loud. So like when I make a track, I'll mix it down. So obviously, like I feel like there's such like a loudness war to do with drum and bass and all this now, so it's like the loud tracks need to be loud to compete with other ones. And when you try to get
with dubstep though, mate, as well.
Yeah, and I feel like it's really hard to get to that, like to get that loud, you know what I mean, without it distorting or sounding horrible. But just the loudness war just seems to be, like I say, ruining it a little bit for me, because I feel like there's a lot of good producers out there that will make really good tracks, but then they can't quite hit that loudness, if you know what I mean.
I just couldn't get them sounding like one frustrating thing for me with making music was like you get it sounding good in your monitors or whatever in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Then you go to the car to play it sounds completely muddy or different. You're like, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's that I found that so frustrating because it just didn't sound the same.
That's like a main thing of what I do. As soon as you're making the studio, try and go to the car, do a car test, and you're like, yes, mate, it sounds good. But like a lot of the times you'll hear it and you're like, oh, fuck's sake. Now you go back and forth constantly and you're just getting like a little loop and you just can't seem to get it right.
Will it always sound like, because obviously you say you mix it all up, and obviously you can do it all there. On your
mic, you got 2 monitors.
Yeah.
That's what I had anyway. I had a KRK Rocket 5s.
Yeah.
I get that. But then obviously, like you say, you go to the car and it sounds different. Like, what? How do you get it to sound the same?
That's the science.
It's fucking mad, mate.
It's mad.
Because surely whatever you change on there, if they both sound different and there's different speakers, whatever you change on one, that is going to change the other. How do you sync those up when they're different?
Mate, there's people who do full degrees on that shit. Do you know what I mean?
It's like that's why I say masters.
Self-taught people going, just tweak that.
Sound engineers are like alchemists.
I bet you need a fucking
you do.
Like, it's weird because it's like I'd say it's a thing called mono compatibility. I think it's called, and it's basically because like when you stereo, you got the left and your right speaker.
Yeah.
And it's like when I make music, I'll have like a a little thing I used. It tells you if it's going too far out, like too stereo.
Oh, shit.
But then if everything is sitting,
That's mad. The fact that like something could be too stereo.
yeah, but then, so 'cause, like,
It
most,
just falls off the edge.
yeah, most things like in cars, it's played in mono. So like when you're listening to it there, if you've got anything that's too stereo, it will sound different in a mono speaker. So if everything is sitting right in that middle, then it will sound the same on every speaker.
Oh,
Do you know what I
right, okay.
It's fucking wild,
I
man.
can
Like,
imagine if you start trying to just mix in mono, like when the extra speakers, it's like extra. I don't know. Expands
speaker-
the sound. It's better
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
the quality of that. But
You do want the wideness.
but
like,
also your radios, which is where it's going to be broadcast mostly, I suppose, to get big, is going to be on a mono.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you keeping up with all that, Jack?
Fucking lost, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely lost.
So I think it's
All I
time.
can think of is there's a record shop in town called Back to Mono. That's it. That's all. That's all.
That's my
Do you
input.
know what I hated? I hated when you do a track and you're like, oh, that sounds banging. Then you listen to someone like Subfocus or something. The sound is just wider, fatter, fuller,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you just get sad.
I say that's,
I was
that's like one of the main
Fuck, how
things.
do they get it like so around you and wide?
Money.
Yeah, I think that's like the worst thing to do is like try and compare yourself to bigger artists, and you'll like dig yourself more of a hole, and then you'll be like, I don't want to do this no more. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. Should we move on to the Utopia?
Probably should because I'm lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, mate. So obviously, with Utopia, we're building your perfect world. You're the ruler of your own little planet.
yeah,
So firstly, we start with the stuff you kind of want to get rid of.
yeah,
Pet peeves. This generally becomes an open thing of the stuff you want to keep and the stuff you want to get rid of because they kind of become one and the same.
yeah.
So you
yeah,
got your phone out.
got a little list, mate.
Yeah?
yeah.
Hit us.
I'd say one of my pet peeves is definitely tractors on the road.
Yeah.
Every time I'm in a rush, mate, I need to get somewhere. I always get stuck behind one cunt in a tractor, and there's always someone else behind him that won't overtake him, and it just does my head. It's always when I'm in a rush as well. Every time.
That's arguably the worst one, being stuck behind a car behind a tractor.
Yeah.
Because
Because you're not in a position to overtake.
no.
You got to push them to do it.
Yeah.
You're like, you go first, and then I'll give it a go. But I can't go until you get out of the fucking way.
I think it's very much a rural thing as well. Generally, like
It is.
A lot around here, isn't they?
Yeah, I mean, you just run past, don't you?
I
On your
just,
little
yeah.
push bike and that.
And
And
my little feet wheels, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
just
Oh, yeah.
a man of Heelys.
I'm like, no, I've got no laws bound me to these fucking roads. So
Yeah.
I'd
Apart
say
from where the
fair-
bus is going.
yeah.
Yeah, fair play to them, mate. The job they're doing and that and everything. But when I'm on the road, mate, fuck you, mate. I don't care.
I think there should be like a time when they can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that
Or even
seems
give them
like
like
the most-
separate roads, mate. Make them separate roads or whatever.
Little bike
Like,
track, tractor track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tractor
Yeah.
lanes.
Farmers, they can make them. They can plough them up.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they can literally make their own roads, can't they?
And
Why
also,
are they not-
they're in a vehicle which can drive anywhere. Fuck off somewhere else.
they're like, no, got to stick to the roads.
Yeah.
Fuck off on the fucking verge, you prick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can send that, man.
Yeah.
Although,
What? You like a tractor, don't you?
do play farm sim.
Yeah, but we don't go
I
on the
do
road.
like.
They're
I
not
do
real-
like.
they're not real
Depends
roads.
what kind of tractors it is.
To be fair, while we're on that subject, another one of mine is people that play farming sim.
Don't you dare say that. No. Why don't you like farm sim? What are you
Is that
talking
seriously what you
I
were
know
doing?
what. This is a personal
crazy.
thing. This is a personal thing, right? I'm gonna fucking
Every one of them plays some farm
He
sim.
knows we
No,
do.
no.
He knows we do. That's why he's
Don't
fucking
tarnish
brought
me.
it.
Not these two, though.
Because we play with his brother-in-law.
Oh, right.
That's
right.
why.
Yeah.
Got
so
it.
that's a big like choice to like conversation every time I see him. I'm like, he always goes on about farming sim. And I'm like, you literally got anything better to do, mate? Like,
No,
you
that's why we play farm sim.
You literally get back from work, you're like, I'm going to play a game about doing another job.
Yeah.
That is mad. That is kind of mad.
Yeah,
He
you know what I
tried
mean?
to get me to do it. You yourself
Yeah,
did it.
because you
Come
came on
come
my fucking farm, mate. You flipped over a telehandler and then dived in the river. It's like, that ain't doing
That's not work, is it?
Anyway, this game's shit. Because it is. Yeah, because it's not called Fall in a River Simulator.
I mean, that sounds better.
No.
I was
Sorry,
sharper than
Joss, I
that.
like breaking the rules, man. But then I broke the rules and I was on board now. That was it. Yeah. I drew a dick in the snow as well, and you were like, "This job's a farce, isn't it?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, bye."
No, farm sim is good. Disagree.
No, I get it. I get all the arguments for getting rid of it. I arguably back it. It is a fucking sad thing to do, but I find it therapeutic. I find the fact that like stuff like Rocket League, GTA, even FIFA, like every other game gets me frustrated eventually or hyped up. And I always play games like sort of, it's always before bed. So the last thing I want to do is like, right, settle down, I've got half hour to kill, and then it's settled down for bedtime.
You're triggering me.
And we're
right
like, fucking Rocket League, fucking get the ball in the fucking goal. And I'm like, right, no, I'm for sleep. I can't do it. If I'm just tooting along on a tractor, playing some fields, having a chat with a mate, and
look at the chain, look at the chain.
Yeah, but because we're blokes, we can't just ring each other up and go, I feel sad. Like, you got to go, let's go do, like, gaming. We'll go on a fucking tractor, won't we? We'll fucking do some farming, like manly work. Anyway, buddy, what's been going on?
That's why it is I don't play farm sim, so I do ring you up and go, I feel sad.
Yeah, you do.
Do you know, me and the boys, like, we have names for people like you. Because we're going into proper geeky Marvel Rivals 5v5 or 6v6 or Rocket League, proper competitive, and then you got John who's just finished his shift and all he wants to do is just have a bit of fun on a game, but we're like locking in, we need to win this game, and he's on fucking Xbox, isn't he? On his controller, and I'm like, his mic's constantly on, we're like, mate, come on, he's fucking 0-10 on fucking Black Widow. You don't ever play Black Widow in Marvel Rivals. Oh, here he is, he's just finished his shift. Here he is.
He's to see Black Widow's tits bouncing about.
Yeah, that's all he's there for. So I'm a hardcore gamer though. So
I'd say I'm probably the same. I'm like very competitive with what I play.
Yeah,
like at the moment I've started playing Fragpunk.
Oh, Fragpunk's sick.
Yeah. It's because I like Valorant, but I feel like everyone who plays it's too toxic.
Valorant's a toxic place.
Yeah. More fucking words I don't know.
Yeah, right.
We can do a podcast on our own, lads. Don't worry about it.
I'll link you up after this and we'll play.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It sounds like you're just going to fall out.
It might happen.
You're fucking shit at this.
Yeah.
No,
me and my mates have proper fallen out with each other. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, it sounds real relaxing.
Well, producer Tal used to do that, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
We ended up putting a boycott on him playing Rocket League with us.
Yeah.
Like, I just said, I cannot do it.
His level, mate. Yeah.
I can't physically do it with you anymore.
Do you like playing Rocket League then?
I love it. Yeah, it's fun. And if we want to take it serious, I can kind of lock into that. I can go, right, we're going to, like, we've done tournaments before, haven't we? Look, but we're also
miserably, but we'll give it a go.
But also, we've been to semi-finals before.
Yeah.
And like, we're doing all right here, just for a laugh, but we get knocked out of the semi-finals, we go, that was all right. Right, let's play again. That's cool. Like, but when you got someone going, "Fuck you! You fucking shit!" I had people on the chat when I played on my own. Go kill yourself. Go kill yourself. Well, for ages I didn't know what it meant because it was like
KYS.
KYS, and I was just like, "What? He wants to kiss me? What's that about?"
Kiss yourself.
Yeah. And then I realised, there's a probably 11-year-old boy telling me to go kill myself because we're 1-0 down in Rocket League.
Yeah.
Like, fuck me, man. Like,
I can
I'm
see
not a
both
virgin,
sides.
you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Kids are stressed.
Yeah.
I will play quick match with you, but just not competitive. That's my rule.
But that also, like, fuck me, man. It's car football.
It's okay.
Oh, it's going to ruin my rank. Oh, no. Then
Some of us are competitive.
The 13-year-old
Some of us want to win.
boys will think I'm not very good at this game.
Some of us want to win in life.
Go out and do it then. Don't sit in your room wanking over car football.
I feel like this is a bit of a personal attack because I'm literally who he's talking about.
Yeah. You say you're competitive and want to do well at it, though.
Yeah.
What happens when you
don't
get when you? What rank are you?
Champ 2.
Yeah.
Jesus,
and what have you got from that?
I don't know. I'm just happy with my life.
Well then.
No, right.
So are we. On farm sim.
Yeah.
Now fuck off.
No, this is the first guest that's going to storm out. You're like, fuck this. I'm not sending farm sim. I refuse.
What we're talking about, these tractors needing these roads and the farmers can make the roads. If you guys got a fucking farm sim and make these roads, he wouldn't be sad.
No, that's it.
It's like you said low end of the time, didn't you? If only we was productive in our real lives as we are at farm sim.
You know how to do it, you know how to operate it, and I'll fucking do it.
No, only if I get in a real life tractor and there's a PlayStation pad.
Yeah, do you reckon you could actually like go straight into that job and like know what you're doing?
Could I? Bollocks, that's why I do it. Like, it's a simulator. Like, it's fun to. I'm not a farmer. I don't understand people who are farmers and then get home and go, right, more farming on the telly.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
You're going to play Tattoo Simulator.
No.
What are you doing? I've got 6 hours on Tattoo Simulator.
Got to put another shift in. I don't get that. Like, if you went and did Office Simulator, you'd be like, I don't want to do that.
Oh, I'd smash
That
it.
is a game as well, by the way. Office Sim is a
There's
game.
everything simulated now, though, isn't there?
No, it's legit, yeah. You have to like press buttons on a computer and shit.
Well, why would people play that?
Don't know.
There's Toast Simulator.
I mean, to be
as well,
fair, it
so.
wouldn't surprise me if you played that.
I don't want Office. Fuck that corporate shit. I'm a man of the land. I'm a man of the land.
Yeah.
I'm into discipline.
We was all saying to our other halves, weren't we? They're like, I said to her, like Amy, and I think you and Baggy did the same thing. And obviously, we're just winding each other up, but it's they're all like, "Oh, what are you doing tonight? Are you going online with the lads?" Oh, I can't come out tonight. I got work at 7.
Got
Go crack on the farm.
It's a nightmare as well. Baggy, he's key holder for the farm. He's the one who's got the server for the farm. Me and Jack messaged him like, "Fuck, we're at the front gate."
No, just buy a server and then you can go on whenever you want.
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
We haven't looked into it. I don't know what we're talking about.
Just get a PC, mate.
Yeah, get a real.
Yeah.
Get a PC.
get a PC, man.
This is
I
another
have
thing
got
as
a
well.
girlfriend. Have you guys got one?
Yeah. It's outside.
You're going to test me at this point in my life?
It was these motherfuckers coming at me about my John Deere.
Have you seen boobs before?
Yeah, I'd like to see him again.
The thing is, it's not a stance we can take, Jack. We play farm sim.
Yeah.
Player before.
We'll draw a line under the farm sim.
Yeah.
And we'll find something else. What else is on there?
I would say slow walkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, get him
Maybe like
Amen.
have a speed limit on the pavement.
Ooh, good
I
idea.
like that.
Yeah.
That's,
This has been brought up before, but we didn't come up with speed limits. That's a good shout.
So like you'd have the police, but on the side of the pavements, and then give tickets out if people walking too slow.
Yes.
That's great, because all you have to do is put a number on it. You don't even take much doing.
no, it doesn't.
That's 2, that. That's 5, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think tickets. I think just straight bang.
Slow walkers is annoying.
Yeah.
Unless you're an OAP, you feel sorry for them. All right, fine.
No, get them rid of them.
Mate,
that's
don't
the
get me
worst,
started on that. They're a fucking drain. Just get them killed off. When with all the COVID shit, man, and they're like, "Oh, protect your granny." No,
I'm with you. You know when people are like,
no, they've had loads of years here.
Yeah, innit?
Yeah.
Like, you know when people are like, "Oh, old people are cute." I'm like, they're a wrinkly old ball bag. No, they're not cute, man. They're just fucking having a go at you, thinking that you have to respect your elders. I'm like, no, you're not, man.
Half of them are racist as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So-
No,
Yeah.
I don't like old people much.
I know I'll be one, but yeah, put me down.
Yeah.
Send me to fucking
Switzerland.
Dignitas.
I think I agree. Yeah,
Get
I
me
think I
done.
agree. Yeah.
Or get them
Fill me
a
full of Novichok.
get 'em a fucking scooter, mate.
Yeah.
One of them little electric jobbers.
To be fair, what age are you having smack? And what age are you just like, I'm just have a go on it?
I don't. It don't really appeal to me at all.
Just me.
If it was me on the way out, the way out, maybe.
This is what I mean. Like when you're like fucking, I don't know, 80, be like, oh, see what that's about. Checked it up. You can't get more, less old.
You can get dead though.
You're gonna get dead anyway.
Well, yeah, but
What are you doing at 80 other than?
I think 80. I do think 80 is younger than you think it is in your head.
My dad said he's doing all right.
Is he?
He's just
Has he
turned
tried
80.
smack yet?
Just turned 80. Jimmy put up a video of him like proper going to town on Dave's mum.
Really?
Yeah. There was a.
Oh, that's my kryptonite. You just got bastard.
Sorry, mate.
He just hit me with the kryptonite.
Yeah.
What's this?
Old Daddy Vaughan was snogging Mummy Vaughan
Oh, what's that on
on the
Pornhub?
dance floor.
Oh, chick, oh,
Get it on Pornhub.
Depressed CEO's Patreon if you want to see the full
Yeah.
video.
Yeah,
I should
baby.
do
Get
that.
that OA penis.
Yeah. I bet she was as well.
Oh, no, we're going to
bastard.
lose another producer here. We're all falling out today. You
You've
sure you
already
don't, Connor?
lost one, have you?
Yeah.
We've
yeah.
lost
2.
many, mate.
Yeah.
We've
I mean,
lost
I can
many.
understand why now.
Yeah.
Jack did it for a week.
He's like, you're about to lose a fucking guest.
Right, what have you got on your list, mate?
Getting ID'd for Red Bulls.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
You've got some bangers.
Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, like the thing with that is like, obviously, when I'm doing night shifts, I'd go in the day maybe to get a Red Bull, and it's like a lot of the time they literally watch me drive in, and then I'll go to pay for it. I've got tattoos all over, and they'll say, "Can you have your ID, please?" I'm like, "I'm literally 28," and they'll just constantly keep asking me, and I'm like, "I just don't get it. It's a Red Bull. I'm not buying beer." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get both sides of the coin on this. I do agree it's fucking bollocks, because the only side I agree with from regards to like the cashier side of things, rules is rules, and they get royally fucked if they don't abide by them.
Yeah.
Like my other half used to, she worked at Asda for a while, and she got fucked over by Camelot because they send in. That's more bullshit as well. Not nice to the round table. People that do
like a knight and a wizard walk in and go like,
shouldn't be serving wizards.
No whiskey for this man.
Yeah,
no more potions.
So Camelot people who do the lottery, they send in a secret shopper, and it's like a 3 strikes and you're out.
Yeah.
So if you lose the 3 strikes, you get it taken out, and you can't serve lottery no more. But like she got with 2 of her
sniffing up that lorry.
Yeah. No, the fact of the matter is, it's bollocks, because the person that comes in to test you, they only test you if you ask for ID. Not that they're old enough, because they are old enough to buy lottery tickets. They just look relatively young. So they go, you go in there and see if you get ID'd. And if you don't ID them, you're in trouble. Even though they are old enough.
That's a real weird, like, grooming situation, isn't it? Like,
but they are old enough, so it doesn't matter if you've seen the ID.
Yeah.
Because the person you are, if you see that person and go, I think you're old enough, then they are old enough. That's irrelevant. Like if you've not said have you got ID and they're actually 15, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, but equally, she went to the shop the other day. She filled up her car, and then she went in and she said, do you want anything? And I was sat in the car anyway, and she said, do you want anything? I said, oh yeah, grab us a Monster. And they wouldn't serve her a Monster because she said, have you got ID?
Got a kid in the car.
Very nice British. Was the kid disabled?
It was Jack.
Yeah, I was here.
Get me a Plane magazine.
But yeah, she drove in, filled up her car, was paying for the fuel as well as a can of Monster, and there's like, you got ID? And she was like, no, it's in my car. And there's like, oh, we need ID. She's like, don't worry about it.
She had a wedding ring on.
Yeah, she had a wedding ring on.
She's married.
Yeah. She came in her car, and they wouldn't serve her for Red Bull. For a Monster. And she just, but like I say, because she's like, I've been there, she's like, whatever. Like, not bothered, but she was still just like, "What the fuck?"
I used to work for Tesco's, mate. It's the same thing, and they would, if you failed a test, they'd up it. So think 18, think 20, think 25. So then you got to look 25.
Yeah.
It's just a wild. I hated it. Yeah, I used to work for Tesco's. They did
Like, I've seen 17-year-olds now that look 46. So like, it's difficult now, isn't it? There's a guy ages ago on Love Island, this massive guy. He was like ripped as fuck. He was huge. He was like, interviewing him when he came. I was like, all right, my name's Blade. I'm from London, and I'm fucking massive. And they're like, oh, how old are you, Blade? He's like, I'm 19. Fuck off! Bullshit, are you 19? You look like you was born with a mortgage.
It's like 21 Street.
I was like, fuck off. No. I was like, he ain't 19. I ain't got my adult dick and he ain't 19. Fuck off.
I ain't got my adult dick in
That's a callback.
Look back on the episode, you'll look.
Yeah.
He had proper like man hands as well. I'm like, when do you get your man fingers? Because I ain't got mine. You know when like people get full dad hands, don't they? Like when you have fingers like sausages with no nails left.
Yeah.
Like, I want them. I feel like a child sometimes. Well, no, but at least I feel like a bloke. You know what I mean?
You got one better. You got fake hand, don't you?
Yeah. Do you want to get it out?
No, right. Don't start all that shit. Right. So, what did we start with? It was getting ID'd, wasn't it?
An ID for Red Bull.
And slow walkers.
Let's move on
do
to
the speed limits.
Yeah. Let's move on to the stuff you want to like celebrate. You enjoy your good vibes.
I'd want to bring back Blockbuster.
Yes!
Fucking yes!
Straight on that. I said that the other day, man.
Yeah.
I was like, you got to have this experience, innit?
It's just like it's literally like a family day out.
Oh,
I go there and like it's just so good to go. Like a new game comes out, I can spend like a couple quid to rent it for a week, complete it, give it back. You know what I mean? I have to like spend money. I used to love it, even for all the movies and all that. And it's just like everything's just all online streaming now. It's just nothing will compare. You know,
takes
what I mean?
the specialness out of it.
Yeah.
And that's
Arguably,
nice.
it's too easy now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Say you can rent a movie off of Prime or something. You're just like, oh, it's there, instant, done.
Why
sorted.
hasn't renting games become a thing online?
I think probably because of how fast people can sweat them and complete them now.
Yeah, and how much money it costs to make them.
That would be my sort of.
I quid for a day.
Yeah. I'm all for this.
I'm all for
I think
Blockbuster.
it could work, you know.
You need to
games and that.
Yeah, but the whole thing about Blockbuster, you are
technically
right.
you
Is
can.
go in there, like the whole experience, and like, yeah, that was great, man. Especially in the bargain bin when you used to find some weird 80s
an old
film that you've never seen. Oh, what the? You look at the cover, you go, we're watching that, lads, and we'd all watch it at school and stuff.
Well, because it was off pod, and you kind of mentioned about this,
Well, Blockbuster.
like Blockbuster and that. And I think if we're going to do that, we need to get rid of like the streaming or like we go back to a physical thing completely.
Back to physical things, man. Yeah.
But I mean, I brought up to you as well, you know, that we had a guy that was like, it wasn't even dodgy. It was like a mobile Blockbuster guy.
Mobile.
Yeah, so he would like come round in his van, and you could pay, and he would like drop it off and pick it up. And you could rent like PlayStation games and all that sort of shit. So it's
Sounds
like
a bit dodgy to me.
yeah, it wasn't actually like illegal. It was real stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
You say sure when you open up the CD case, didn't have like a bag of coke in it or something.
Yeah.
Mum always checked it first, to be fair.
Yeah.
And she ain't got a septum, so
Yeah.
putting two and two together.
Yeah. She always had the sniffles after she'd been there. And a sore
It's
arse.
very chatty.
Yeah.
What game are you playing? What game are you playing? It's a Crash Bandicoot, is it?
Stop calling a Henry Thorne.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, what memories have you got of like Blockbuster then? Like,
Just like when, even when I used to go to school and you'd have your mates staying over for the weekend or something like that, you'd always go to Blockbuster to find all the new games, know what you're going to do for the weekend, you know what I mean? It'd just be, get a movie, you know, you'd have a takeaway and that, it'd just be good fun, you know what I mean?
man.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like nowadays people aren't used to, like, especially in my childhood, like actually going out and doing stuff. You know what I mean? Because we used to go out all the time on the bikes and everything, and just I feel like that helped it as well, because there's always places to go. But nowadays, no one goes out because everything's online.
Screens, isn't it?
Well, have you seen the current trend? You see what kids do when they go to cinemas now with a Minecraft movie?
No.
You're not seeing that?
No, what's that?
When a certain part of the Minecraft movie comes on, I can't remember, it's like Battle Chicken or something. They all go wild, popcorn flies everywhere. It's been complaints across the whole of the UK.
I did see some on Facebook about it, but I had no clue. I wanted to go see the Minecraft movie, but I haven't seen it.
Don't go.
Is it not good?
Do you
It'll just get ruined by kids. It'll get to a certain point in the movie when it says, "Oh my god, it's something
that kids
chicken."
film?
Oh, Dave's Lava Chicken or something.
Something. Because I saw it all over
I've
TikTok.
seen Jack
And
Black
kids are
singing
going
the song
wild.
about it or something. Dave, I'm sure it's like Dave's Lava.
No,
Chicken or
chicken. It's not that part, but in the film there is like a. Anyway, I can't be asked. There is a point in the movie where kids just go rocket poggers and just start fucking lobbing, and everyone in the cinema is going, "What is going on?" It was a weird trend
Do you
that
reckon
has just
on a
popped off.
deeper level, like because that film is based around, it's tailored for those kids in that generation that don't really get out much because it's all
Yeah, I
on
think you're right.
screens. Then they don't have a certain etiquette around being in public. So it's like, oh, do whatever.
Do that because it's trending on TikTok.
Also, we're going to do this on Twitch, and that's what we're doing. And it's like, no, don't act like that, man. Like you're out in public, man.
I can remember back in the day where I don't know if we spoke about this on pod as well, but when we've had a little nostalgia corner. But going into like Game, it was called, or Electronics Boutique, as it was called, or Blockbuster, and they had the demo.
Like consoles.
Well,
big
and the games, and you would like go and play games with this controller that was on a stalk, and be like, "Come on, mate, it's sick." Like one day I could have it in my house.
Yeah, like another thing as well, you know, like midnight releases.
Yeah,
I used to go there, mate.
Yeah.
Or it'd be like a line of people outside. I used to love doing that. It's just so good, and it's just like it takes it out a bit now that you just get everything online.
Yeah.
Used to really
Pre-order, pre-download.
Yeah.
Well, like, I did it myself. When Red Dead was out, there's obviously the Red Dead, like, because obviously Rockstar's in Lincoln, isn't it?
Yeah.
And everybody was there at Game queuing outside the door and all that kind of stuff. I ordered it online, pre-downloaded it, and then because they was at Game giving out a load of like teas and stickers and shit like that, and I was like, I want some of that. But I know the bloke who owns a bar where they're all going to go afterwards, so I just messaged him and said, just keep on one of them shirts for us, I'll pop down and grab it tomorrow. And he's like, yeah, Sam.
You're ruining the magic, man.
So I downloaded it online, didn't go to the shop, and then I just went to the bar and picked up my free t-shirt. Thank you. See you later. One thing I do agree with you, though, I think they should, because we've started playing that Split Fiction One thing I do
co-op.
agree, more local co-op games.
I think I've seen that.
Hell, Varney, Jesus.
Bonnie's just watching a
Yeah, it's boring.
Bonnie's like, anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, local co-op games, I think they're the way forward, because it does my head in that people, you could, like a lot of games now, they're like, oh, you can play it online, you can't play it local though.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, no, I want to sit down and play with my mates there. Like,
'cause that's how it used to be. Innit?
Exactly.
Everyone just come over,
Yeah.
mate, and just play. It'd be
it just
really good.
encourages people to not spend time with each
There's
other.
money to be made off
Taking-
that nostalgia.
Taking
Yeah.
your memory card round to
Oh,
your mates
yes.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That was just fucking sick, man.
That-
What are you pulling up here, Dave?
I won't show it because it shows the Minecraft movie, but this
Right.
is.
Can we
this
just
is-
flip it?
We can watch it and I'll put it in post somehow. Do you want to describe for the people listening and watching what you're seeing?
Chaos. Yeah, chaos.
Pretty much exactly what Bonnie was saying.
And somebody
So
called
what is
the
he- What's
police.
the line then?
Chicken jockey.
What's that got to do with throwing shit?
Fucking lob all this expensive stuff you've just bought.
This is what your point. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, well, let's bring back cinema, but I don't think kids can behave because this is what happens. It's like chicken jockey, walking
I
boggers.
mean, you say that now, but then like I feel like now I've seen that, I might do it when I go to see it with Lucy.
I have to admit, I would. Yeah, I got a little bit of enjoyment going. No, this looks pretty fucking.
Bring your youth back a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know the look of you, and I suspect what will happen is you're like, they're all going to do it. Trust me, everyone's going to do it. It's what everybody does. Whenever you go to Minecraft movies, it's what everyone's doing. Dave showed me videos of it. Everyone's going to do it. It's going to be great. And he's going to go chicken jockey, and you're going to go, "Whee!" And no cunt's going to do it. And you're going to go, oh.
Yeah, can you link, please?
I wasted that popcorn. They're like, get out, dickhead. You're 30. Grow up.
I love the TikToks of the older people going, well, it just ruined it. I got popcorn in my ear, and I'm laughing my head off going,
That on the other side of it's
Oh, no.
ridiculous as well, isn't it? When it's just people
yeah.
are like, oh no, it's caused
I'm
me trauma.
traumatised.
That is, yeah. And I'm just, oh, fuck off, man.
The main
Yeah.
reason I wouldn't do it is due to the price of popcorn.
Yeah, that is.
I'm not wasting.
That's £4 a pop,
I'll be there with an
innit?
empty bucket trying to catch it. Like fucking free snacks.
that's £4 a pop. Yeah. Corn.
One last thing then, mate, and then we'll get to the national treasure.
Yes.
mate.
What's your best?
What's your best? What are you bringing in?
I'd say I'd want to bring back Modern Warfare 2 days.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yeah.
Is this
School.
something you know about?
Mod 2. I'll talk to you all day about that. Yes.
Here we go.
Did
It was
you
good.
do like play anything like game battles? Anything like
Not
that?
really. That was when I just started getting into like doing online stuff.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
I wasn't amazing at it. It was very hit and miss. I would have like 20 fucking awesome games, and then
Yeah.
I'd have 20 fucking shite ones. But I just felt like I don't know if it was like bot lobbies or what, but I'd have loads of good games, and then I would like have like 3 shit ones, and I'd be like, right, I'll log out, log back in again, now back on good games. So I don't know if it was like I say, like a rating thing or getting bot lobbies or what, but I then enjoyed it. Some people was absolute fucking like sweats on it, like
Yeah, like you see all
within
those
30 seconds they've got a
montages and
tactical
stuff.
nuke
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. And like, how have you done that?
Like, do you ever watch any like the phase stuff? You heard
Yeah,
of
I
like phase
do,
kind of
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And some of the montages of like the sniper, like all the trick shots and stuff they do. Like you see their hands like moving like that. I'm like, fucking hell.
It's mental,
Crazy.
isn't it?
I wonder
Yeah.
what they do to their missus, mate, because it must be like outstanding. It must be mental.
Yes. You're doing that with a pad.
Yeah, like, she must
Like,
be
what
loving
fucking
it, mate,
magic
like,
are you doing?
Yeah.
The dexterity.
Yeah. But it's like
I get
no.
a shoulder out. I get that tennis elbow.
Yeah.
Do you remember track and field we had to do?
It's when it's when people like knew the maps inside out as well, though, wasn't it? So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you count down to like 3, 2, 1, and they'd like all you'd get is like a whole team's going thum thum thum, and all these like noob tubes would come over, and you'd just get raining fucking fire because they knew where the
as soon
spawn
as you
points
spawn,
were.
mate, you go straight back
Dead.
over, kill
Yeah.
you again and again, mate. Yeah.
That was wild.
Did that have Nuketown? That's my input of this conversation.
I think that had didn't COD Mod 2 have
There's
the
Black Ops is back now with was
Yeah,
it Black
yeah.
Ops 6?
yes,
or
that was
whatever
first
that-
Nuketown,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Rust was on COD Mod 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, Rust, yeah, that
Rust
really
was good.
small one.
And Afghan was good.
Yeah. Was it
You're a bunch
Terminal
of
as well?
fucking nerds.
Terminal.
Yeah.
Oh, that the story mode game of Terminal though.
Oh, what with the,
That
with
gets
the
you,
Russian
doesn't it?
thing, like
What?
Oh, basically the story mode. You basically effectively the terminal, the map. You're in an airport terminal.
Right.
That was controversial.
The
that
story mode of that is you are part of. There's like 4 Russians in there or something like that.
yeah, loads
And
of civilians.
Yeah,
like,
you start off in the lift and you're loading your gun. and then the doors open, and everyone's going on holiday, and then in the next 10 minutes, they are no longer going on holiday. Because
your mission is
you put them all to sleep real quick.
It was very controversial for the time.
You just have to walk through this airport and get as many as you can.
Like full school shooting.
Oh,
Where do I get this game?
Yeah. It was because is that the same one that had the sniper one on it?
Yeah,
the
you had to
Chernobyl
be
one.
like in the ghillie suit.
That was really
good. Up.
Yeah. And you had people like literally walking past you and can't see you. And
That's
shit,
a great. That was a great mission,
That was
man.
good fun. That was.
Yeah, I think you've got one of the best lists that we've ever had.
Yeah. To be fair, I do. As much as the online versions of COD really fucking wind me up, their story modes are. Their campaigns are sick.
See, I don't really play it anymore, to be fair.
I think it's the same shit every year.
Yeah.
I'm just like on it just for the multiplayer kind of thing. But then I buy it, but then like I'll play it for like a week. And I'm like, same shit. I was getting bored. I'll still buy it again the next year.
It's like FIFA's, man, and NBA 2K.
Yeah,
they've got like a market cornered.
With all those sort of games, especially COD, because I'm like, I get the new one, I'm like, brilliant. And then when it's brand new, like, I'm like, oh, everyone's still getting the grips with it. It's fine. I can get some good games, some bad games. If I leave it a week, come back,
you just get shit on left, right, and centre.
It's just might as well put me out a firing squad.
Yeah,
and just
I think that's one of the reasons I've never really got into it, because whenever I've always kind of been late to the party.
Yeah,
gone online, it's like spawn dead. I'm like,
Thing
what is the point of me?
This is why you need ADHD, mate. Because you just get obsessed.
But also, the thing is,
you play it every night.
The thing that fucking winds me up about it.
Hold on, go back to your camera.
Are you playing Call of Duty or doing something else?
Farm Sim, I think.
You're on that orange and black side, mate.
No, if I was playing Farm Sim, I'd be like,
The thing that winds me up, because I did play DMZ for quite a while, and I've recently deleted it because the fucking file sizes wind me up because I can't write anything else.
As well, 100 gigibyte every update. And
Can I just say, this episode has not been what I expected.
No.
I'm enjoying myself. But I didn't expect it. I was like, we've got this cool fucking drum bass DJ coming on, and he's just like, mate,
Call of Duty.
File sizes on Call of Duty.
I deleted it. 250 gig. I was like, no space for Farm Sim. I'm going to have to delete this. But that, and the amount of people I see streaming on TikTok, and they're like, yeah, I'm sick of this. I'm really sick of this. You've got an aimbot on. You're showing everybody you use an aimbot and telling everyone how good you are. You're not good. You've got an aimbot
controller
on.
mods as well. They all got those now as well.
Fucking winds me up. I'm like, if you're going to play the game, just play the game.
They've got like extra like thumbsticks on top of the thumbsticks. It's supposed to be like extra like the better for
extra
aiming.
thumb.
Yeah, I mean, something like that.
Yeah. It's Spuggy's fancy controller with his extra levers.
I don't trust anything.
That's scuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cost like 150 quid.
Yeah, he claims that's not cheating though. It's just an extra lever. I'm like, it's not. Did it come with your console? No, well, it's cheating then, isn't it?
stock.
Oh, Von is...
So all it does is like, instead of like pressing A for jump, if you use an Xbox, you just do that, and it opens your hand up so you can do.
No, I don't consider that cheating.
It's cheating.
No,
it is.
No, you got to be intuitive, like the fucking competitive Tetris people who turn their NES pads into battle stance.
Yeah,
and they go like.
I learned how to do that, by the way.
Yeah,
but that's sick. I applaud that. That's being inventive.
Did that controller come standard with your console?
No.
Well then, it's cheating, innit?
Yeah.
If you go, right, I've bought this. Well, we're going to do a running race, yeah? Yeah? Me and you, Vonnie, we're going to do a running race.
Apples and oranges again.
But what I'm doing...
He's killing Jews again, isn't he?
No. I've got Hitler's legs.
Right, you're in World War II Nazi Germany, right?
Me and you are going to do a running race. I've got Usain Bolt's legs, though. That's all right, isn't it?
What you're describing is a hack. Like, no, that's clearly a massive advantage. Having a finger button is not a massive advantage. It's not.
It clearly fucking is.
It's not.
As
I'm
standard,
going to get mad about this.
As standard, I don't come with Usain Bolt's legs, do I?
No,
but Usain Bolt's legs, that's giving you a massive advantage over me. A finger button on the back. I'm putting on this fucking camera. A finger button on the back of a controller, just on the front. There's not really much an advantage there. It's just a bit of a... It's not like a massive advantage. An aimbot is hacking. That's giving you Usain Bolt legs. That's the analogy you're looking for.
No, don't believe you.
You're wrong. You're factually wrong.
He's got Usain Bolt's legs, but they're half the size.
All those in-app purchases then, they're gone because they're all cheating as well, aren't they?
Yeah. Pay to win is a blood of bullshit.
Pay to win, yeah, that does wind me up.
All those, what is it, shark cards and GTAs?
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I just buy them because the skins look cool and they don't actually do anything.
I don't mind that one, that you can customise them, but you're actually on the same, like Rocket League, you're on the same level playing field as everyone else.
Cosmetics.
Yeah.
Cosmetics are fine. Like, cosmetics are paying for games. It's fuck going. If you're like paying, like NBA 2K is a bit like that. I'm a big 2K fan. You can just pay for upgrades. And that's unfair. You can just pay to get ahead. But then they go, well, you could just grind it. Yeah, it's going to take me like a year and then a new game's going to come out.
Yeah.
Or you could pay 80 quid and get like on top of the game and get you there already. And you're like, oh, fucking hell. But it's not cheating. Oh, but you just can't be poor.
But like, I think that's the point of them. Is that
to make money,
if they're a yearly game, you want to get a year out of it, don't you? Like, you don't want to be at the top of that thing after a week.
No, the game starts really when you are like, your player is like level 90, because then you can actually play good basketball. Because when you start at level 70, you can't do anything. Everybody around you, if they've got more money, they win.
Yeah, I get that.
They're already they just nab the ball off you.
If you eradicate that, that's good. Like, I've recently started playing FIFA again, just like half an hour here and there. But like, what I used to do was customise the teams and be like, oh, like I can. And I was just sick at it. So it's just like win. This time I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get a low level team, start with what they've got, and build up. And I'm enjoying the journey of that. Granted, I'm not playing against people who have cheated or paying to be better. I'm just playing the game. But if that took me a year until the next FIFA came out, when I'm like, Super League champion, I'm like, right, well, I've completed that now. I can move on.
You can look at it that way, yeah.
7 or whatever.
You can look at it that way. I just don't like the idea of. I'd rather just keep it all cosmetic.
That's why I like Rocket League and Fortnite, because you can pay for more like skins and shit, but it doesn't. It's fun to play because it doesn't matter if you lose. I'm just like, whatever, next game, and like you can just get silly skins and stuff. It doesn't make you any better or worse.
Purely cosmetics.
Yeah,
purely cosmetics.
Like, I was grinding Fortnite the other week so that I could dress up as a pickle. Now I'm
mad that you just admit playing Fortnite.
Yeah, I don't mind. I used to fucking hate it, seriously, and then I make up.
Definitely farm sim.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you. So out of the two, with DJing and gaming, which one comes higher?
Definitely DJing. That's like my main.
You'd fuck gaming off for that?
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's like,
what about DJ Hero?
I did actually used to play
I enjoyed that.
That is so sick.
Good.
Why would you finish work and then go do work? That's stupid.
Yeah, but at the time,
I know what I'm going to do. I've just finished a gig. I'm going to pretend to DJ.
He's got you there.
I mean, there's not much I can say to that, really.
Right, should we move on to National Treasure?
Yes.
Have you got a National Treasure?
Yes. All right.
So for those who haven't listened before or watched before, for National Treasure, it's basically the thing that is like championed within the utopian planet. The one thing that is people would come and see in a museum or would be the ambassador or whatever. Yeah, take it away, mate.
So basically what I bought is just a USB drive. But then this USB drive, it might not seem much, but it's got all of my music that when I started to now. So like, I'll obviously give it to you, and I know you said you wanted to start DJing, so if you wanted to use it yourself, then fair enough. But it's special to me just because it's like I can.
Are you trusting us with that?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Right.
I've got my MacBook with me. Can I take the tunes?
But like,
this is where he releases it all next week.
But the thing for me, like, it's good to look back at and like see where I came from and how much I've improved to like now, kind of thing. So like, even if you checked it out yourself, you see like how it started shit, but then now like it's really good. And it's just like, even myself when like making music and stuff like that, sometimes you can get yourself into a bit of a hole with things where you feel like, is it imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know, even though you've got to a good stage, you're like, how the fuck have I got here? But then sometimes I look back at my older stuff and I think how much I've improved and got better, and it's just a bit of a.
It's good to do that, to look at where you've come from and stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you don't forget that you're like, it's not all for nothing. You can see the progress.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So is that all your tracks? But like, is it all your tracks and like mixes, or is it just your
just tracks,
just
my
your tunes,
productions? Yeah,
just straight from
about.
Can I have a look at that?
Well, you
Looks like a USB.
Yeah, dude. You want to play with a little... Don't bust it. That's
That's
right. History.
I'm a big fan of just USB sticks in general.
Oh,
As well as the music.
Yeah, you're not I'm trying to back you up on the farm too, right? Then you come out with the Fortnite stuff. Now you're saying, oh, fucking...
Would you collect them or something?
No, I don't see enough of them. They're good. And I think all of your life's on that. All of your life's on that. How big is it?
I'm not actually too sure.
Might tell you.
Maybe like 64 gig or something. Or
That's mental though, isn't it?
They're WAVs, MP3s.
No,
It is.
they're wow.
There's only 64 gig of information on that. You can't get
I
no
was
more
about
on
to
it.
say, I was like, where the fuck
Not
is
this
it?
again.
Right? Your tracks are light, isn't they?
We do that though with like just our episodes, don't we? Going back and kind of looking at them and being
Yeah, it's
like,
good to see.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Because we I feel like we don't really have bad episodes anymore, but we have like sort of maybe a bad experience, or we walk out and kind of go, not as good as
They're just
other
different,
ones.
man.
Yeah.
Like, each episode, like they tend to, I find, just go their own way. You can't
Yeah.
say, right, I want this episode to be like this, because
Yeah.
it'll go wherever it wants to go. And we
Yeah.
get some episodes that are just ridiculous, but they have their own element of charm. You get ones that are incredibly informative, and you get some that are a mixture of all of them. So
Yeah,
like,
I
it's-
suppose that's kind of what you were on about, Chunk, when you said like you didn't expect this to go the way it did. Probably,
Yeah.
you probably wanted me to. I thought I was going to talk more about music, but
Yeah,
like, I think.
I'm happy with where it, like don't take that as a it's,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
these
yeah, yeah.
two
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
like.
Yeah. Hey.
No, but yeah, I mean it's always great, isn't it? To just
Yeah.
kind of seeing where things go. But yeah, we look back at our stuff and kind of go, oh, actually. We've improved. I didn't think we had, but like that's terrible. this is not as terrible.
Yeah.
No, do you know what I mean? Do you find that with any of your stuff, Dave?
God, music, I will say this, is I've done a lot of things, like DJing music, podcasting, fucking being in a band, everything. Music was the hardest thing I ever did. Like, to just, one, creatively, two, the mastering I could never get my head around, like getting the songs out. Three, like when you played your songs live, I daren't do it because I could hear every
That's the bad
every
thing about
possible
it.
bad thing, and I had people coming to see my stuff, so play your own stuff, and I was like, okay, and I put it on, and I would hear like all the horrible, terrible mixes and
But a
stuff
lot of
like
things
that.
that like you hear that you think's wrong, like it won't. No one else can hear that.
Exactly,
You know
you
what I mean?
are right,
Only
yeah.
Everyone who's listening, they won't. Even like DJs when they play a set, there'll be something that's a little bit out of time, and you'll know it straight away, but no one else will hear it. They'll just be like,
That's
"Oh,
so
that was sick,"
true.
you know what
I
I
could
mean?
never get out of that. Like, I didn't do it for long enough. I had a residency in London when I started doing the dubstep thing, and I had Circus Records play a lot of my things. I did a
Circus.
remix,
That's sick.
like
Yeah,
Flux
big,
Pavilion, Dr. P.
Yeah, big.
I did a remix of Call Me.
Yeah,
On the fucking, it was like a dubstep song, and Dr. P asked for it off me, and
So you know your shit then, yeah.
dude, again,
It's
it
like that
was
big, like that's really good. That is.
Yeah,
be
but I got ADHD, so I just stopped doing it because I'm like bored now.
It's mad because I like before I properly knew you, like we was kind of acquaintances.
Yeah, because we were
Growing up.
bands, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were in that.
But we was
yeah.
never like friends, hung out a lot. And then I was like, fucking hell, this dude's fucking sick. Oh, he's not doing it now.
I was going to say,
And
like,
now look at me, I'm here. What am I doing? Why am I behind this desk? I'm like, I like podcasting now.
I was going to say because like what you just said about circus, and that, do you like even continue doing that?
I know,
think,
man.
Like, where you'd be now.
Well, I decided to take a job. Is the thing. And it was like,
Yeah,
well, it's either I take a job or I go and DJ, and I picked the wrong move. And this was going back 10 years ago. I think.
Yeah.
I should have, if I had my time again, I should have stuck going, no, I won't take that job, because I just stopped doing
Would
music.
you not like get back into it?
I daren't with music. It's so hard. It takes so long. And I was never like, I do fantasize about it a little
I'd
bit.
say like a bit of a hit and miss, to be fair, because like some projects you probably know yourself can like you'll be doing them for weeks trying to make them right, but then like I feel the best ones are the ones that come together in like an hour.
2 hours,
Those
man.
are the ones that bang, mate, and like they
That was
just,
the one that banged.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had a miserable day at Tesco's, just split up with so-and-so, and I was like, do you know what, I'm going home, I need to, and that was weirdly, I just spent 2 hours on this track. I
Yeah,
made
yeah.
it, put it out there, didn't really think about it, and it popped off a little bit, and then I was like, oh, yeah, you are right. It
Yeah.
takes the best tracks, or the best piece of art,
Yeah.
sometimes just
just the ones
I
that
think-
just flows, doesn't
I
it?
think that's one of the cruxes of having creative as a work, as like a job,
Yeah,
because when it's like you've got to create to provide to earn, it becomes difficult to sit in that and like, right, time to work. Whereas creative projects generally come from that flush.
It doesn't fit in the corporate world. That's the problem, because it's like, well, you got to make money, and if you had like creative funding, that's what I always think. Like, it needs. I'm biased. There needs more creative funding in not just this country, but every other country. Because some people are just creative. They don't fit into society, like the 9 to 5s. They just don't. And these people need. I think they need a place, and they just don't, because you can't just work a job and then come out. It's fucking hard. You work a full-time job, come home, then you're meant to create when you're already burnt out. It's so hard. It's so fucking hard. It doesn't
always just happen as well. Like some days you can go into the studio, mate, and you'll just nothing will work, and you're thinking, do I even know what I'm doing? Like the whole imposter syndrome thing.
Love it and hate it simultaneously. Because you're like, one day you're like, I've got this, and the next minute you're like, what?
I'm terrible.
Yeah, because you feel like you want to make it so much within, like, obviously me doing drum and bass. Sometimes I try and push myself in the studio too much to the point where I'm actually not liking it anymore. But I'm like, I've got to be in there. I've got to be like putting tracks out. I've got to stay consistent. But then by doing that, you're thinking you're actually losing your love for it, because you're not where you want to be. Like, you don't want to actually be in there doing that.
And when it's not working, it's hard to force it to happen, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't,
normally it'll just be shit what you make if you're forcing it.
Do you find you can overdo a lot of tracks to the point where you're like, you start off with an idea and then you tweak to the point where you're like, this isn't even the vision that I started off with, and you're like, fucking bin that off?
A lot of times
overdone, and
I feel like a lot of the best pieces are probably like the more simplified type of like track, like
less is more, man.
Yeah, literally.
Easy melody and just
like if the more you add, it just seems like you're cluttering, and it's actually harder to mix down because you have so much going on, and it's harder to make everything just sit right. You know what I mean? The mix.
I bet you have so many unfinished just file names.
Oh yeah.
And they're the most random mixed. I don't know. I used to call mine, please God, let this be the one underscore 2.
I feel like that's where,
take 2 on that one.
I feel that's where I'm quite good with that type of stuff. I'll put the date, and I'll put idea 1, idea 2, and then like so I know what I'm going back to at the end of the project. I'll export it out, so then I can listen back through, and I'm like, today I'm feeling this one, so I'll build again on that one.
Oh no, I called mine the most random shit.
I did it first.
It's like sewage farm underscore.
Hence the ADHD.
Yeah. And I never knew, what's this track? I'll click into it, and it's just weird. And sometimes you open it up, and you're like, there's a fever dream that you just made that track. You're like, what the fuck is this? Was I drunk?
I have so many of them on a hard drive where I'm just like, I remember making this. This is actually a banger, and I play it, and I'm like, this is horrible.
Have you ever been like drunk or anything and made a track?
It actually turned out really well.
Sometimes I'll go back and listen to it, and I used to be like, what the fuck did I make? What is this?
One of my friends, like Louis, came around mine because he wanted to learn about it a little bit, and we were just like sinking loads and loads of drink, and ended up making probably one of my favourite tracks.
That's sick.
Yeah, so like obviously I weren't like pissed enough that I couldn't remember anything. I can't.
Maybe it's a bit loose.
Yeah, and like it just ended up being really good, and like it's been what everyone I've sent it to say, it's a banger. So I'm like, should get pissed more and make more tunes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a track with Mr. Traumatic, haven't you?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So
good journalism. Sorry.
Fucking
come on.
Nice one.
It was kind of mad though, because like I used to listen to all of his stuff before like he obviously got in contact with me, but I used to have someone named Luke that runs something called Drippy in Lincoln.
Yeah.
And obviously he was acting as like my manager at the time and just trying to like sort shit out for me. So he's obviously booked Traumatic for an event one time. So when I was making tunes, I was sending them to Luke, and then he sent them obviously to Traums, and then he just said, oh yeah, I want that track. So I was literally in the middle of the barber mate getting my haircut, got a message from him. I literally took the phone, and I was like, what's up? He's like, Traums wants to sign a track. I was like, you fucking joking? I was like, no way. I was so gassed, and that was like so early in my career where I wouldn't even say my music was that good. Like compared to what it is now, I don't think it was that good of a track. But he like
obviously good enough.
Yeah,
you're on first name terms of Traums.
Yeah. And like obviously then he started chatting to me a bit more, and he obviously paid me for it and everything. And I was like, oh, making money. I was like, nice.
Yeah,
that's mad.
But it was like quite surreal, because before I got into it, I just listened to all of his shit. I used to love it.
Is that what you do full time then?
No.
So you got still side hustle that you got to fucking have. Again, creative funding, man.
Yeah,
we need it.
You were saying before the show as well, though, that, like you've got someone in your DMs at the minute that you're working with.
Oh, what, like Magistrate? and stuff like that.
Aaron?
Aaron, no, not Aaron. I think it must have been Magistrate.
You did mention that earlier, Magistrate. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Magistrate, obviously, like since he's been signing my music, I've become a bit more like I don't know, good with him, and obviously through that, I've met another artist called Kendrick, and I ended up making a track with Kendrick as well. And again, that's another kind of surreal thing for me because it was like artists I kind of looked up to.
Yeah,
so I've been able to like link up with them. And obviously get to that, finish a track with them is just kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
Meeting heroes, isn't it?
Yeah. We don't know about that.
No.
We just meet people who are less than us, don't we?
Like, you speak for yourself.
Like Tom Stade and that.
Yeah.
Just say, whatever, mate.
It's weird, don't it? Like talking about like Tom Stade, Dean Codlin. Are we allowed to say the person we had on last week? I can't remember.
Yeah, because it's already gone out.
Oh yeah, I get the
Jam Slag.
shit. Yeah, Jam Slag. He come on. Like it's weird, isn't it, when you're like sort of idolising these people and seeing these people as celebrities, and then you start being like, oh, I'm working with these people now. Now you're in the circles of fucking hell, this is when did this step up sort of thing. Like, I think that's a nice feeling, isn't it?
You realise they're just human as well.
It's just
I know.
like another person when you speak to them. It's just like you're just like me. You know what I mean? But
I'm a hippie man. We're all the same.
We're all the same. Is because celebrities, like, they become a product, don't they? And everything you see of them is tailored to make you want to buy something or make them look brilliant. Or do you know what I mean? Everything is thought about to turn that person and whatever they do into a product. And then when you see that, you can sometimes lose the fact they're a human because they're made, I guess, to not.
They are the product, aren't they?
Yeah. The main purpose at that stage for people that are trying to flog shit is, no, it's not person, they're a product. So we need to make this look, or this person look amazing, or make this and the other. And it is easy to lose that at times. Like, say when Tom Stade turned up, I just stared at him in front of the door. And he's like, do you want to let him in? I was like, oh, yeah.
And then I was just chatting to him while he had a piss.
Yeah.
Oh, then he tried to have banter with me, and I went inwards. And he hates me. I just stood behind this desk going, oh no. And then I didn't know where I was for about 5 minutes. Weird. It's so weird, man.
I remember after the episode of The Way Home, I got a voice note from you. You just went, fucking Tom Stade, man. I have to go home.
It's when
I was just like, okay.
It's when he started talking about like the comedy greats, man, that he worked with, and I was like, oh, you fucking. This is some of my favourite. I was like, oh shit. Okay, you know shit. He was cool though. He was so chill, so nice.
Yeah, he's hopefully coming back on. Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
if we haven't scared him too.
I'll let him in this time.
Yeah. That's it. So that takes us, boys, to the end of the show.
I do have a quick question for you, Go.
Yeah.
Obviously, Mr. Big Time Drum and Bass DJ. When you make a drum and bass song, how do you decide on the name?
Ooh.
How do you decide what you're going to call it?
I think it normally relies, to be fair, on the sample that I used building up to the drop.
Right, okay.
So, like, a lot of the time, like, I know a lot of artists like to use Splice, if you've heard of that. So they use it all for vocal samples. And
I wish Splice existed when I was making music fucking 15 years ago.
It just helps so much. I mean, inside, like, because a lot of us don't have vocalists on hand that we can be like, we've got a track, record a vocal for me right now. So then if I ain't got that, I'll just go to Splice and I can just put something in there that fits, and then I can finish the track off. It's done, you know what I mean? But usually it's just whatever it says up to like the drop or something like that I'll write the track kind of thing.
Are they just like vocal samples kind of thing? Yeah. Right, I see.
What's the weirdest sample you've ever used? Or the funny? Have you used any weird one? I don't like pancake.
We can clip that up for you though if you want.
Yeah, I've got some samples you could use. Like,
there was.
If you ever need vocals doing, hit us up anytime, any hour of the day, we'll do it.
There was one that I made. I think it's actually on Spotify at the minute. It's just like, it's a really fat kid, and he's like, I think he's getting recorded on live TV. And he says something about him being on live TV, so I sampled it out from the video and put it just before the drop. I mean, I hate the track now because it's so like old, if you know what I mean. So I don't like it anymore. But I like to sample a few funny things and put them in. Like, have you there's like something online where this guy says a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers. Have you ever seen that?
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah. So I was trying to sample that and put it just before the drop.
Oh, that's a cool one. Yeah.
I think I follow someone on TikTok who basically do that. So they just do drops. But they're like, you can put like anything before a drop.
They're in like an office
Yes.
And
the DJ, right?
Auto glass repair.
yeah, I've seen that.
I'm like, that's a bang.
I'm about that. I am. I'm about silly, like.
I like that creative shit though, because it's just you can literally like you can be funny with it. You could go, you can do anything you want with it. And I find that fucking incredible.
Yeah. No, I do really enjoy making the music. I think the thing is with like how things are nowadays is social media though.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't just make good music and it be out there. You've got to have like some sort of personality online.
Yeah.
You have to make. So that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. Do TikTok videos and all this. But most people that make music don't want to get in front of a camera and like just do random shit to promote their tunes.
Yeah.
If I was to get back into music to make sure I was timeless, I'd wear a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then it doesn't really matter, does it? Like they'll see me on my old face. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Even no matter how good the tune is, they'll be like, "Oh, he's a bit old, isn't he?" So I think about just wearing a mask and
just shave the beard, mate. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to do that. I've got 7 chins underneath.
7 chins, yeah.
That's my new DJ day. 7 chins.
7 chins.
It's franchisable, isn't it? Having a
Franchinsable.
Plus you can hire out people for your gigs, and then you put them in the mask. You're like, oh, just do that one in Antwerp, and I'll be in. Yeah, and you can do them all at the same time. You never know which one's the real
Chase
one.
and Status have recently figured that out, that they can just provide Chase or Status. And just go and go.
Yeah, because they just have one at different shows. Yeah, I've seen.
Speaking of, that was one of the best boiler room sets.
Yeah, he looked like he's
kebab shop man.
Dustin, he's boss man.
That was for me. That was the pull of it, though. Like he just looks like a regular geezer with glasses on, dropping these absolute.
It looks like any minute he's going to be like, "You want salad and sauce?" No, you got sticky bass drop.
That's the sample, salad and sauce.
Yeah. It's your chip. Fuck off.
Nah, Chase and Status are sick though. I feel like they've made it like a lot more mainstream for everyone at the minute.
Yes.
Like people that don't like drum and bass, like they've always heard of Chase and Status.
Bridges the gap, don't it?
Yeah.
Well, who would you say is your like main top idol for inspiration?
and working with?
I'd say probably Headaches.
Yeah,
if you've heard of Headaches,
Headaches massive.
Yeah, like the way that he's come from where he was, mate, and just like now he's like doing shows in America, like headlining like massive festivals. I just think it's like just crazy how you can just get from that straight to there. You know what I mean?
He's someone I was saying about earlier about like you don't want to be surprised, but he'll bring a track, but he'll give you something you've never fucking heard of before, and you know what I mean. And I like that. Like it's just pure creativity. You don't know where it's gonna go, and it'll fucking drop something, and you think that's just fucking absolute face melter.
Because I feel like because he does like all jump up, and I feel a lot of the drum and bass scene look down on jump up because they say it's a bit shit. But he brought jump up to like a new sort of level.
That's
you know
more
what I mean?
my bag as a general.
More like it's more. It's got a lot of energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of just crazy sounds. I mean, there is like something called Belgian jump up, which is a bit too much. You know what I mean? I used to love it back in the day. It's just loads and loads of just like laser sounds and shit like that. It's not for me anymore. I used to like it, but
it's a bit like you heard of an art called Excision.
Jesus, dubstep, doesn't he?
Yeah. Again, like it got to a point where I used to like listen to him, and then I was like, it's just a bit too much, like fucking lasers, lasers and that. And you're like, you just. It sounds ridiculous when you're like, you're just getting silly now.
When it was silly to start with, really. But it was good, and then it kind of just.
Did you talk about the loud
wars? Robot Sick once.
Robot Sick, yeah. It's like, especially like dubstep, like it's just.
I don't like Gabba, just like fucking.
Mate, Gabba Kababa.
I'm like,
I've been in there, mate.
That was
mad,
a stinky place.
You have like people like spraying you with loads of shit as well. Like when we were in there, do you go in the laundromat bit as well? Was that there when you were there? Yeah. You just like you step through like a washing machine into the venue.
That's sick. Yeah, and there's like loads of phones on the wall that don't ring anymore. It's just random shit, man. But that Gabba Kababa, I remember going in there, and it's weird, and you're like, oh, that smells horrid. And then after about 2 minutes, you just forget what it smells like. Yeah. And then someone else, comes in and goes, hey, you stink. I forgot about that. Yeah. Fucking, but Gabba, that's another level, innit? That's a bit much.
I think a lot of stuff, like, there's certain tracks of that sort of stuff that I enjoy. I don't know if I could do a full night of it. Yeah. But do you know what I mean? Like, there's a few little ones. I wouldn't know how to name them, but
Yeah.
like when I knocked around with one of my old mates, he was into like happy hardcore and all that sort
I
of
love
shit.
a bit of
and,
fucking hardcore
like,
and all that.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to like a guy called DJ Rust. He's quite good. He does all that sort of like, I don't know, hardcore jump out again. Ben Nicky as well. He's the one that sort of does all that stuff. That stuff's all right because it's got big energy in it.
Yeah.
Like, but it's not just like proper gabber. You know?
I think there's a time and a place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you very much for coming on, mate.
No worries.
Yeah,
Have you
thanks
got any
for
shows
having
coming
me.
up?
At the minute, not anything recent. I'm playing. Actually, it's in May. I'm playing in Edinburgh. Forgot the actual date,
Yeah.
but
So we can put it up on the screen.
Yeah,
afterwards,
yeah.
But yeah.
And then also Equinox Festival.
Equinox
so-
been there. Done
yeah, yeah.
loads of things there. That was it's bad time.
And I
That's a
think
whole other podcast. That
for the last couple of years, I played at Equinox, and I think like because of the way I'm making tunes at the minute, I think they just keep having me back on because I feel like I'm constantly progressing, kind of thing.
That's
But
cool.
I always have like a special place for Equinox because it was the first festival booking that I got, so it's like a special kind of thing for me. You know what I mean?
So even if you were like full top of the charts, I sound like a fucking granddad. But like, you know what I mean? If you were doing all them big gigs, massive like world tours and all that sort of shit, you would still try and get back.
Oh,
From
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bring it
'Cause I feel
back.
like
That's
you
cool.
got to
Yeah.
remember like the first one that like gagged you
Yeah,
on.
man,
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
That's it as well. Like you can kind of give back as well then, because
Yeah.
if you are at that level and that you're on the fucking lineup, that they like more people want to come to that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Helping each other.
Happy days.
Yeah. Have you enjoyed your stay in Utopia, mate?
Yes, mate. It's been good fun actually.
Good.
Marvellous.
I don't sound too surprised. Quite fun, actually. I thought it was going to be shit.
I thought you guys took my V plate, so you know what I mean.
That's
There
it. Do you want to tell everybody at home where they can sort of find you online and stuff?
So on Instagram, it's error_DMB. I'm pretty sure it will be the same on TikTok, but it's just them. Just
Cool.
them.
Yeah, man.
If you want it, you'll find it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. If you're new to the show, do stick around. We do good stuff. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. Review us on the podcast platforms. Follow us on social medias as well, at Utopia Project Pod. Grab some merch off our website. Join the Discord. Join the Patreon. Support the show in any way you can. Thank you very much. Working behind the scenes has been producer Vonnie.
Hello. Bye-bye.
I've been Chunky T. Thank you very much for coming along.
I've been Jack Magic. We'll see you on the flip side.
I'm in the permanent Sharpie, permanent as always. Now, fuck off, but in a nice way.
This has been the Utopia Project. Goodbye.
Love you, really.
Yeah, boy.
Welcome to Utopia. Please make yourself at home.
It's the only place on earth where you can bitch and moan.
There's something here for everyone to make you feel quite great.
Just as long as we've already let it through our gates.
This is our dreamland. This is Utopia. Yet another little podcast for you. This is our dream.